Hello, my name is Madison. You can find my socials below on Blue Sky at Bethany Esda with a C instead of A in Bethany. This is Dallas by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle for Rediscovery RPG, set in the Anarch-controlled area of Dallas and Fort Worth. Just a reminder, our first live show officially is next Friday, April 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, also at Rediscovery RPG. Also, the Electric State is on Wednesdays at 8 Eastern on Twitch, so also go check that out too. That is a threat. I'm just kidding. Big thanks to Mallorie for letting me tell the story. I'm super excited about it. Before we start off, I always like to start off my games with the disclaimer that this is a mature game. It is intended for mature audiences. Games like Dungeons and Dragons are super easy. You play the hero sent in to save the princess from the evil villain holding her captive. In Vampire the Masquerade, you are the evil villain. You are a blood-sucking monster with a true love for one thing and one thing only: blood. Tonight, we are joining RJ in his individual character prelude. Hello, RJ.
Hello, everybody. It's me, RJ. Catch me at RJ's282 on all my socials, where I do a lot of stuff, a lot of places. Sometimes here, sometimes over there. I will not make Danny edit things. That would be rude of me.
I will.
Tonight I'm playing Beauregard Cordel, who is a gangrel.
A southern gangrel.
I'm gonna lose this.
I do declare.
I do declare. Hello, everybody. I'm Beauregard Cordel.
See, well, now, okay. Spoilers. We do have a southern lawyer as one of my NPCs. His name is Cosmo. Southern lawyer. He will talk like this.
All right, Colonel Sanders.
Hey, I will wear the Colonel Sanders fit. Don't put it past me. I have many thrift shops in my vicinity that will probably have a white suit.
Well, I knew the Colonel back in the day, and he was a right-standing fella.
Didn't you know he was selling okra?
Let's get the show on the road.
All right, we'll get into the mood, of the mood. Yes, I always start off most of my preludes and most of my stories with a little bit of prose, so if you'll indulge me. Pineda Ranch sits on the outskirts of Dallas, the sunset bathing it in a dazzling orange hue. Tired men shuffle into their bunkhouses and they lock the door, nervous hands fumbling with the turn of the deadbolt and rattle of the chain. It would not keep out what they desired, but thankfully they had little to fear from the man who worked the graveyard shift. Their boss, Lucida Pineda, hired him a while ago. He's as much a part of this ranch as she is. Doors locked and ranch hands tucked into bed. The night descends, and you, Beauregard Cordel, wake up, your stone-still body animating once again. Tell me a little bit about Beauregard. How does he wake up?
The way Beauregard wakes up, he basically fell asleep with his saddle underneath a tree, under like someplace where the sun wouldn't get him, like a butte or something. But it's just the flick of a cowboy hat over an eye, his eye opening slowly as he sees the twilight coming down. He stands, bones cracking with a groan.
Never not gonna get used to that.
Fumbles in his pocket for a cell phone. It is not a smartphone. It is like one of those big blocky cell phones that you get for your grandparents.
Yeah.
And he will
grandpad?
The grandpad. He will phone in just like,
hey, just getting up. I'm gonna start my shift now.
He's calling Lucida?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She goes, she talks in she has a very deep voice. She's a very deep, low voice and when she speaks, and she goes, good, left a note. Read it, do it. Clicks off. Doesn't give you much time. But it's not in a disrespectful way. You know Lucida to be this sort of like quick to the point.
Like a curt woman, yeah.
Yeah. She's very to the point. She knows what she wants. She says what she wants.
I imagine that the note is like stuck in a tree with a knife.
It is physically nailed in. I actually Danny time to put the note that I made up. Any time to do that. I actually mocked up a note that and exactly what it says, and it says, and I quote: "B, cattle fence has a hole. I would have had Ralph fix it, but I haven't seen him in a week. 1, groom and feed Lucy as per usual. She likes you better than the other ranch hands. Plus, she bit Paul last time. Muck out the stalls. Jimmy's been falling behind. I think he's got a new girlfriend, so he doesn't give a damn about his job anymore. 3, Blossom has run off. Can you go and find her? She's been acting weird lately. She can't have gotten too far. Check the west side. Thanks, L." Upon seeing that note, what do you do?
Folds it, tucks it into a breast pocket. He is not a litter bug. He'll grab his saddle off the ground and start trudging to
He leaves the nail. Does he leave the nail in the wood?
I mean, it's a nail in the wood.
Like, how bad is it gonna be? Like, I mean, is it gonna poison the tree? Tell me. You gotta tell me if it's gonna
He
poison the
won't
tree.
poison the tree. A little knot will go around it, more than likely.
Or more notes will just get hung on top of the nail.
More notes just get like, it's like one of those little like things that the waitresses put the receipts on.
Oh yeah, by the diner bell.
Yeah.
But he'll head down to the stables and first muck things out, grabbing a shovel, grabbing a hose. Then he'll go and see about that fence. He'll leave locating the missing animal to last, because that might take up like his entire night.
Yeah, and there is a specific rule for that. You know, Blossom is the dairy cow. So you know that she is just a sweet little thing. And you know, where's my doggone description of it? There we go. Okay, yeah. Basically, Lucita likes to pasteurize her own milk. She doesn't drink raw milk. She's not one of those. she's not one of those. But she is she's very much mistrusting of the government and doesn't trust no doggone government to pasteurize her milk properly. So she has her own
How do
dairy
you
cow.
1% milk? Like, how do you take 1% of milk
How do you
out
take
of milk?
1% of it? Quit putting stuff in it. But she pasteurizes it herself, and you know, she has her own milk supply that is not touched by the government. Blossoms off the grid, both literally and to the federal government, which I think is very important. Yeah, she's a sweet little cow. So, and I mean, like, think of like any you type in cow on Pinterest, the big old dark eyes with the big old lashes. Cute little brown cow.
All I know is when Beauregard finds this cow, he's gonna give her a shampoo and conditioning so she becomes fluffy.
There you go. And just give her a spa day. The girl deserves it. All right. So for your mucking and your doing, go ahead and give me a stamina and athletics roll. Stamina because you're doing this for a long time. Athletics because you got to be nimble to be a mucking out the stalls.
And
do that. I'll show the audience my cute little what I thought was a pin, but it is not a pin. Cowboy boot.
Successes are 8 up.
8?
No. What are successes?
Oh, I was like, what?
No. That's
no.
far too much.
I was like, whoa, dude, you do it so good. For D10s, anything 5 and below is a failure. Anything 6 and above is a success. If you get 2 10s, zeros, if you get 2 10s, those count as 4. If you get 2 10s, 1 on a hunger dice and 1 on a regular dice, then that's a messy critical.
Okay, so that's 2 crits, 2 regular successes.
Oh, so wait, so you got like
2 10s and 2 8s is what I got total.
Okay. 2 10s and 2 8s. Okay, wait. Did you do a stamina and athletics?
Yeah.
Okay.
My stamina is 4 and my athletics is 3, so.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6. So you got 6 successes.
Okay, do that from there.
So okay, so 6 successes. That's pretty good. You've been doing this for a while, so you're pretty well versed in the whole maintenance of a ranch. I did a little bit of research about ranch maintenance before writing this.
Despite his old-fashioned flair, he does put in a pair of earbuds and pulls out a Zune.
What is he listening to on his Microsoft Zune?
Oh God, I gotta remember who's it by, but it's One More Last Chance by. Oh fuck. We can swear on this podcast, right?
No, you cannot fucking swear on this one.
Oh, I'm sorry. One More Last Chance by Vince Gill.
Ooh, okay, I like it. Good taste in tunes.
After that, it's God, what is it? Unbelievable by Ricochet.
There you go. And then I assume just a 4-hour long ambiance ASMR track of gunfire and yelling in the background to remind him of war.
Yeah, no, he's listening to what's it? The Doom Eternal soundtrack.
There you go. Okay, I like this guy.
It's on shuffle, so you get like E1, M1, and then all of a sudden like a country drawl of Martin Robinson or Glenn Campbell. Wichita Lineman plays like 5 times.
Oh, yeah. Fun fact: Glenn Campbell's from my state, y'all.
Hell yeah.
He's great. I like him. So yes, perfect. I like his tunes, and I like the addition of a Zune. Thank you.
No
we
problem.
have to remember our fallen soldiers.
That's what he's all about.
There you go. All right. So you muck out those stalls, and Lucy the horse is a very short for Lucinda. She's a rough one tonight. She's a little rowdy. So I'm gonna need, this is not as good of a roll for you, but I will allow you to rouse if you wish. Charisma or manipulation, depending upon how you approach it, and animal kin.
Okay. It's gonna be a 3 either way.
Yep, it is a 3 other way, but you got to convince little Lucinda that you're not here to fuss her. And I'll actually go ahead and give you an extra dice just because you have a relationship with her.
Exactly 0 successes.
Would you like to spend a willpower?
Oh
wait, did you get a 1 on your hunger dice?
I did not.
Okay, you're good. You're lucky you didn't get a bestial failure. Would you like to willpower? That would mean that you would re-roll your 3 blank dice.
And I would
blank black dice.
Sit my willpower down 1.
Just for the night. I redo willpower.
Revamp. Yeah, I'll spend
Pun
a token.
intended.
I'll spend a
Alright,
willpower.
so you'll have 3
And
just
well
don't use it last time.
spent. It's 1 success now.
Yay! Okay. You have to really if sweat could get on your brow, it would. We'll say there's a little bit of blood sweat right there, you have to expend a little bit of effort.
He makes the mistake of crossing behind her haunches and then has to jump back as she kicks. Hey,
She's got
girl.
a good kick. She's got a good kick. She's
Well,
been
what?
working on that one.
Just go to the front and start stroking her muzzle.
You can just hear her, she's making all the little horse noises. And she's upset.
Why in the hells are you so ornery today, girl?
She just lets out a snort. It's almost like she can understand you, but she can't actually. Because I don't think you have.
I do not have that.
You don't have the ability to yap with them.
Oh. If the kid was here, he'd be able to tell me what's going on with you.
And that is true. You're sweet little baby. You do have a child.
That is a full-grown man.
A full-grown man, a man who is also your baby. Whose prelude will be coming after this one. Stay tuned. But yes, okay. So you manage to kind of calm Lucinda a little bit. She manages to she snorts. She complains a little bit because she's got she's got to bitch a little bit. She's upset. She's mad. She's had a long day, and now you're trying to you're trying to like take care of her. No, she can take care of herself. But then she calms down. She's like, okay, I guess you. She preens a little bit, ruffles her mane a little bit, and she lets you. She allows you to groom her and feed her, and she's a little prissy. She's a little prissy, bless her heart.
As prissy as any southern belle will be.
Mm-hmm. And she is a Southern belle, and she's well loved, and she's Now the real question is, do you put a little braid in her mane?
I don't think Beauregard is good at doing braids, so it's probably super loose.
That's okay. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. She feels pretty afterwards. We will say she feels well cared for, which is all that really matters. With that, you finished your duties on the ranch. Save one.
He's standing at the barn doors, hands on his hips, and there's just this audible crack as he rolls his neck and shoulders. All right, time to find this cow.
Time to find this cow. And to find that cow, I will need you to roll a stamina plus your survival with the addition of your hunting specialty, since you are trying to hunt her down.
That's
not to kill her.
To find her.
To find her.
That's a 1 extra die?
Yes. So it'll be 4, 5, 6, I think. Yeah, 5, 6, 7.
7.
7 dice.
Do, 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 do,
If for some reason you wanted to add more dice, you could rouse your blood and get 2 extra. 7, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I did get 3 successes, so that's nice.
Okay.
Oh, 4 successes. One of them is a 10.
Ah, okay. Or well, one of them is a 10.
Yeah, one of them is 10. Sorry.
Okay, so it only count if there are 2 10s, then it becomes 4. If it's only 1 10, it stays 1 success. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 3.
So 3 successes, which that's pretty good. That will get you a success on finding her. You start off on like Lucita said, you start off on the west side of the ranch, and you sort of start searching. And as you start to search, you come across a part of the fence that has been torn, completely torn. I mean, it is like slashed through. Go ahead and give me. I would wits awareness would cover this, I think.
6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. That is 6 successes.
There you go. Hallelujah. Any criticals?
Yeah, it's included.
Oh, okay, cool. Was one of those criticals on your hunger dice?
No, sadly.
No, that's okay for you. Because if it was, then I would get to have fun and make your life miserable.
Can it be? Can I be miserable?
Well, give it time.
Okay.
So, with 6 successes, you can tell almost immediately upon looking at it that these were made by a kindred. Like, whoever slashed the hole in it it's not you. It ain't you. And you can kind of tell just by the messy way that it's done, that it's not your child. But because you taught him better than that. But it's slashed pretty good through, like a claw almost. And the fence is completely like passable, and you see little tracks of little cow hoofs. You see little cow tracks that sort of lead out slowly into the forest that butts up against the Nita Ranch. This cow went into the woods. She took a little trip to the woods.
Bo is gonna head into the woods, but his hand is gonna be on his pistol the entire time.
Ooh, his big iron.
Big iron on his hip.
So, with 3 successes on your searching, I'm gonna say it takes you about 30 minutes to really like get out into the woods and follow her tracks. It takes you a little good while to do it, but you do manage to find her. And she is actually she's actually like sitting next to like in like a little like circle of trees. It's like an imperfect circle, but like an area where you can like sit down. It's not all the trees bunched up together. There's a spot. And she's sort of sitting, leaning next to one of the pines, and she's sort of settled in. And she looks a bit weak. Even without examining her, you can tell that she's sort of like she's been through it. She's been something's happened. Like she doesn't look like at tip top shape.
First and foremost, I'll check for danger. Anybody hiding in them trees and them bushes?
Wits awareness, please.
Okay.
The most roll ever.
Yeah. I took heart when I heard you and Zachary talking about it. That'll be 3 successes.
3 successes. You do not see anyone around that is dangerous to you. And then, so you're not usually the one who treats Blossom. Blossom usually is pretty much exclusively treated, milked, like all these things by Lucida. You haven't really interacted much. As you sort of like get closer to her, or even to just look around, she sort of gets a little skittish. She doesn't actively run away, but she makes a little bit of a noise, but you can tell that she can't super like stand up as well. She's very weak. Do you want to examine her in any way?
Yeah, because I'm figuring this whatever kindred was through here might be the same type of predator I am.
So go ahead and give me, and I'll let you pick. You can either do intelligence and medicine or wits and animal kin.
I'll do wits animalkin. I'm not a smart man.
I will also allow. Oh yeah, you don't have any medicine. You have something in medicine in your old sheet. Yeah. So go ahead and go wits and animal kin.
No, I died on the trail. What makes you think I could treat myself?
You know what? Fair enough. Shame on me for asking.
Wait. 4.
He's sensitive about it.
1 success.
Okay. You can tell that she is weak. She's lost a lot of blood. You can reasonably assume that she's been fed on, but obviously there's no marks on her that can tell you that she's absolutely.
Just the quiet approach and the shh. It's alright, girl. I'm here to help.
Give me
Charisma animalkin?
No, she's too weak to even. You can do a charisma animalkin to see if like she like stops being skittish, but she can't. She physically can't run away from you right now.
Okay.
And then after that, you'll give me a wits awareness with a difficulty of 3.
That is a 3 success on the animalkin and wits
Okay.
awareness.
She trusts you at this point. She's no longer skittish as you approach. She can tell that you're the same type of creature that attacked her, but not with the same intent.
Oh. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 6 successes, but a 1 on the blood die.
That's okay. The 1 on the blood die only matters if you completely fail the roll.
Damn it!
The roll, then that's a bestial failure, and I get to be mean to you, and you fail the roll.
I want bad things to happen to me.
Don't worry, they will. Just give it a little bit. So you can see, as soon as like you get close enough, you can see that there are tracks behind her. You know what kind of boots pretty much everyone on the ranch wears. You can tell a man or a woman by their boots. You can tell a person by what kind of boots they wear. They're not Lucida's. They're not any of the ranch hands. They ain't yours, and they ain't your child's. They are that's an unknown boot for you.
Wait, did I? At this point in time, Beauregard closes his eyes, focusing slightly, and then opens them up. They are yellow predatory as he activates his eyes of the beast, or at least attempts to.
When you do that, Blossom does seem to get a little. She tenses a little bit, but she remembers that like you're not a bad one. So you're not a bad vampire. So she just kind of settles back in. But the eyes do scare her a little bit.
Putting on the blinders as he's by the cow. I'm sorry. Just to help him see a little bit better in the dark.
Yeah, you know. So you can also see, like, that they are leading deeper into the woods. You do know that there is, this is Lucida's land, technically still, but there are a few old houses, like, that were from, like, long before Lucida bought the land.
Like abandoned town sort of area.
Abandoned, like, houses and stuff like that where people lived, and you know, there's a few clear-cut spots that have started to regrow back, but the houses are still very clearly there. And the woods are actually rather quiet this evening. Usually they're a little bit louder. You know, you can hear, like, you know, I think I've set this around, you know, summertime. So in the summer, like, the South is loud as hell. You know, there's cicadas going on probably every 5 minutes. There's, you know, frogs going, you know, there's noise everywhere, even in the quiet parts of the world. But it's quiet here. Too quiet, you know?
God dang. I wasn't going to say it. Bo goes to his grandpad just to be like, hey, found your cow, but I'm gonna take a look around because there's some signs of trouble about.
You want me to come get Blossom? She needs to be picked up.
I'll wait here for you.
Okay. Lucida hangs up, and about 5-10 minutes. She lives on the ranch, so it doesn't take her long to throw on something. And I mean, you see her walk out into the woods where you're at. She has Live 360 on your grandpad. She has Live 360, not sponsored. She has Live 360 on your grandpad, and you know, she sort of walks up, and she is wearing, she's still wearing like her pajamas. So she has on like the little. She's an older lady. She's in like maybe her like older. She's not actually older. She's like late 40s, early 50s. So like she's
my age apparently.
No, like she's like, you know, she's, you know, older than young. I don't know.
Oh no, I get you. Midlife.
You know, yeah, you know. And she has like curled black hair that goes up to the bottom of her back, like it is long and it's curled, so it's even longer than a straight one. She has deep dark eyes, and I mean, they are gorgeous. She's a stunning woman. Like, if you looked at her advantages, you would see looks, stunning. She's gorgeous.
Supreme beauty.
Supreme goddess beauty, slay.
Yes, queen.
So, she is gorgeous. She's still wearing her little PJs though, and she's got little PJ pants that have little sheep on them, and she has like a little graphic print shirt that's embroidered on. And it has a big old fat fluffy sheep, and it says 1, 2, 3, like your kind of sheep. It's very Walmart core, but it's like endearing on her. And then you see like absolute peace that she has holstered to her hip, and that thing is like as long as a forearm. It's a big old gun, and she's got cowboy boots with her little sheep pants tucked in. So she looks, I love her. And she takes one look at Blossom, and Blossom sort of softens, and she goes over and kind of, you know, scratches into her chin, and she goes, what happened?
Looks like someone got to her before I did.
One of your kind?
I think so.
Well,
I'm gonna see what I can do about getting them off our land.
sounds good. Blossom gonna be okay? She's not gonna like die or anything because of this, or do I need to get her some? Do I need to
I
call
wouldn't-
the doctor? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you should. You also don't milk her for a couple of days.
Yeah, we got plenty stored up, and I got stuff that I gotta pull anyway. So,
Oh well.
all right.
When you get back, Lou, make sure everybody's in the bunkhouse, all locked up, and nobody come out till morning or come back.
You got it. Just give me a call whenever you're done, or if I don't hear from you, I will assume the worst by the next morning. She's again curt, very frank. Her name is Lucida, but she's frank.
It's just a thumbs up as Beauregard turns, and you can hear the clink of his spurs as he's walking and following the trail.
Do they jingle, jangle, jingle?
Maybe they shouldn't for the parts for
Purposes of
stealth.
stealth.
Yeah. Actually, no. He's not a stealthy man either.
No, he's got. Let him have the spurs. I'm not gonna dock you stealth points because of the spurs. This is Dallas by night. We can't dock. stealth
Beauregard's the
points.
type of guy that he wants you to know he's coming.
Yeah, that's what the big iron's for. But you see Lucida sort of start to gather up, and like she's calling the doctor. She's calling a few ranch hands to help her get Blossom back into her stable, like her where she sleeps at night. So she's got it handled, and obviously the giant gun. You know that the giant gun that is on her leg, like while most guns can't really stop a kindred, this one's gonna slow them down.
Big old 45.
If the hole is big enough, it will slow them down. So.
Crucifixes aren't the only thing that are holy around here.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
It actually does have a really cool cross detailing on it.
It's a good thing that's not part of my bane, or else I'd be kind of
right.
freaking out right now.
It's the South. She's Catholic, Which really surprisingly, there actually aren't that many Catholics. People don't think that there are that many Catholics in the South, but we actually have a whole bunch of them. Weirdly enough, so much of the government in my state, it's a lot of Catholics. I don't know how that happened, because so many people are like, yes, Arkansas, Protestants. No, surprisingly not.
Catholic.
You will see ashes on the forehead every on the Wednesdays. On the Ash Wednesdays. So, fun fact about me. You're welcome. But yeah, so you start to make your way out towards where those little houses are. You said you're not approaching this with stealth, right?
No, it's just a boot fall jingle, stops in front of a house, tilts his head, just to inspect if anyone's been through here.
You actually see one of the old houses. The roof has caved in, and one of the trees has started to kind of grow through it. But you can see that the door is open and that there is dust that has been pushed away with it opening. So it's very clear that it is open.
Well, if they're feeding on animals, they can't be all that bad. He'll stick 2 fingers in the mouth and do the whistle. I'm not going to do it now because it is nighttime.
Insert whistle sound here.
Danny.
But it's just me saying insert whistle sound. It's not an actual whistle. Insert whistle sound. And so that's to get their attention and to get them to come out.
Yeah, because if Texas is a stand your ground state, correct? I'm not entering any place without permission, not because I'm a vampire, but because I'm afraid of getting shot.
Understandable. That's a real reason to be scared. In the cabin, you see a woman walk out, and she has pin straight, long black hair, and I mean it like long. It is long. I don't know how to explain it other than it's longer than Lucida's, and it goes to her mid thigh, and it is pin straight. and a middle part. Naturally, it's 2026. We gotta have a middle part. But she has a very like I don't know how to explain it, like a very antiquated like face. Like it is very much like she's stunning in a way that you would see in like ancient portraiture. Like old.
Like I would see her face painted above a mantelpiece in like Romania.
Not Romania, in like more like a southern
In
South
like
American. Yeah.
got
Like,
it.
she is beautiful, like tanned, bronze skin.
Ooh.
That is, it's not warm anymore. She's undead, but it you can tell that it held warmth once. And she has this very beautiful, like an eye. I love a big rounded nose. She has like a long nose and it's got a little hump in it. It fits her face perfectly. Like she looks like a queen of something. She is very much put together.
As this woman approaches, Beauregard does the gentlemanly thing and removes his 10-gallon.
Of course, naturally. Is it a white hat or a black hat?
It is a black hat.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so he's a little bit of a scoundrel. You actually know this woman. You've at least seen her before. You are a gangrel, so I assume that you're not very much like in the politics thing. You come out occasionally, but you know that she is one of Cassidy Maldonado's.
Sir.
She is a vaquero, and the Los Vaqueros you are part of the Anarchs, but above the Anarchs are Los Vaqueros. And if there were a baron, so to speak, of Dallas, it would be Cassidy Maldonado, excuse me.
Maldonado.
She is the leader, and she is awesome. You have never met Cassidy, but you have met this woman, and her name is Xiomara.
Xiomara, okay.
Yeah, Xiomara. Named after a friend of mine from high school.
Miss Xiomara, I didn't expect you to be here.
Not many people do.
I see you've taken the liberty of drinking from one of my flock.
I have.
Well, I guess I just might go hungry tonight. May I inquire as to why you're here?
No. And she
There-
gives you this dazzling smile. Like it is a dazzling smile. Like it is. She is charm. She is grace. She'll punch you in the face. That whole line. She just gives you this big dazzling smile.
Well, will you at least tell me if you bring trouble with you?
Give me a wits awareness roll.
And I get shanked from behind. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Before it happens, and I'm going to look directly at the camera on this one. She's looking you directly in the eyes at first, and she goes. She takes a quick look to the right and right back to you. And before you can turn around, you feel something familiar. Familiar feeling of rope coming around your body, cinching tight, and lassoing you into place. You feel a sharp tug, and you feel a wooden stake slammed into your heart from behind. You are rendered immobile, unable to speak, and unable to move. You are, however, able to hear and see. And you see Xiomara take a few steps forward and place a bag over your head. As soon as it touches your shoulders, you cannot hear anything anymore, and you cannot see anything. Those senses are completely cut off to you. You are grabbed under your arms, and you are dragged through the wet leaves and taken to a side road where you can feel the rumbling of a van in the earth. And you are unceremoniously tossed into the back of this presumable van. You can feel the doors close as they bump your foot. Doesn't slam your foot in the door. You know how like when you like close the door and you accidentally hit your knee, you know. And it is closed and you feel the van begin to drive. And that is where we will end this
I am a lineman from the county, and I drive the
And that's
main
what plays when they drive off.
I should add that to this playlist.
Oh yeah, you should. You absolutely should. All right, so that's the end
I'm
of this
getting
prelude.
shanghaied.
You're getting shanghaied. All right. That is all I have for you. Do your outro, your fun little outro.
Oh, once again, everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me at RJ282 on all my social medias. I'm normally doing TTRPG stuff here, there, everywhere else on the internet. I try to retweet whenever we go live in places. I really am trying.
It's understandable. I always try to as well. People will know that I'm online whenever I repost something because like, oh, there she is. She's reposting something that she's in or something that her friends are in. So there you go. But yes, thank you so much, RJ. I had so much fun. I love a bow, and I cannot wait to like see him in action once we find out what happened to him. Who knows?
I have a foreign brawl. I can do this.
Yeah, you know. Once you get the stake taken out. But so that is the first prelude. Continue on, and you will see our next prelude, which will take place with Zach and his gang roll.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zachary Vaudo. Tonight, I am playing Daniel Sabre, the gangrel.
The zoo was crowded today. Parents brought their children. Teachers had field trips. Happy, peppy zoo employees welcomed everybody with like a big old smile, kind of in and out. The animals are all cute and cuddly, and the sun's shining bright in the sky, and 4 p.m. starts to roll around, and the zoo patrons begin their shuffle back to their cars where they paid far too much to park. Unless they had a pass, of course. Then it was a little bit cheaper. The zookeepers for the morning and the day shifts, finish taking care of their animals in their enclosures until their shift ends, and the zoo goes ghostly quiet as darkness shades over the enclosures. And finally, it settles. And your shift starts in a few hours. Your eyes pop open, and you wake to the night. All right, Zach, you are going to give me a rouse check. Now, you've played Vampire before, so you know what a rouse check is. But for those who do not, a rouse check is where you roll one of your d6 dice. You can roll a red one for hunger. You can roll a regular black one for shits and giggles if you wish. Anything with the Ankh, if it will focus, is a success. Anything with a blank or a skull is a failure. And if you fail, you go up from 1 hunger, because you always start with 1 hunger unless you kill someone, to 2 hunger. And if you succeed, you stay at 1.
I stayed at 1.
Woohoo! All right. So your beast is fairly quiet this evening. When you wake up, they are not very present. They're just kind of lingering in the back, because you're always sort of hungry. You're always sort of feeling that kind of gnawing peckishness at your stomach. There's always a need for more blood, but you don't always have to act on it, so to speak. What do you think your beast sounds like?
I've never been one to really attach a voice to a beast. I'm not sure if Daniel's has a definable one at this point. I think it is more of an animalistic impulse, more of an urge. It's the fight or flight. It's the survival instinct. It's the cornered rat. It's all of those base reptilian instincts that normally the parts of the human brain would shut off at certain points, but it never fully shuts off for him,
Right.
much as it doesn't shut off for most kindred.
Right. Okay, I like that. So when you wake up from your day sleep, how do you think you wake up? Is it like a slow start, sudden start? What's your process to waking up in the evenings?
I think that he probably does take his time, honestly. He probably does go slow because he's not in a rush to get anywhere. He's got all night to do whatever it is that he's got to do. So I think he wakes up at, I think tonight it's probably Bishop Art Suites. It's in downtown Dallas, over off of East 8th Street. It's closer to the zoo. He likes the extended stays. They take cash, and he doesn't have to worry about having too many of his own things. He doesn't have to worry about where am I going to sleep tonight, because there's a handful of these and they don't all fill up, not all at once. So probably a slow start before he gathers his things, picks out a hat to wear, and heads on down Ewing Avenue towards the zoo so he can actually get going with his shift.
Get going to work, yeah. You have a little bit before work. Is there anywhere that you stop off usually, or any what is, I guess it's a new commute sort of every night, even if you stay in different spots. But like, you walk, you said, or do you take an Uber? Do you drive? Do you get a car? What's the status on that?
Oh, I think I'm probably going to take a walk, honestly. It's only about a 20-minute walk down the road anyway. So it's not going to really hurt me much to stretch my legs a bit. In terms of where I'd go, I mean, if I were feeling particularly hungry, I might stop by Mustang Inn. That one's kind of close by. Travelers tend to stop there, especially if they ain't spending too much on the money.
There you go.
I might, if I had more free time, I might hop on up to Trinity River or Lake Cliff Park, somewhere a bit more open air. Tonight's just one of those normal nights, I feel.
Yeah, head down, head on to work.
Yeah, I do like to. I like to just sort of keep my own pace of things best as I can.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So the zoo is pretty dark once you get there. Most of your fellow night shift folks are there already. They start when the sun's up just a little bit, and you have a special pass to start after the sun has already gone down. A few are, smoking a few cigarettes by the monkey enclosure. They've been told not to do that, but they do it anyway. They sort of send you a wave as you walk by. They're friendly with you, but they're not overly friendly. This is just a job for them. They're, because you have some of those coworkers that are like your coworkers and they're your friends and everything. And you have the coworkers that you're like, I know them. I don't interact with them outside of work kind of thing. They're those sorts of folks.
They are in particular when I give them a look and just point at the chimpanzee enclosure and then point to their mouths with the cigarettes.
Oh yeah, they're pretty wary of you naturally. I think that in my idea of kindred, even if you're blushing with life, I mean, I feel like that there's always sort of a little bit of a knowingness, that kind of instinctual survival instinct in human beings that were like, I don't know. And unless you have like a bunch of presents, sometimes it comes off. And so they quickly, like, they pick up their boots, they stamp their cigarettes out, and they put them in the trash can. They actually, discard them appropriately. Or the little, what are they called? They're shaped like this. I cannot explain it, but they're
Little cigarette dispensers, yeah.
Yeah, the little cigarette dispensers. We'll call them that. But yeah, they quickly put them out, and then they're like, oh, sorry, man. They'll sort of, brush it off, and they'll go out to like the break area to actually get their smokes in. So you have a few duties that you usually handle. What are some of your favorite enclosures that you sort of stop by, and that's where you're sort of congregating, so to speak, to do your job?
I mean, there's a handful I like. The capybaras are pretty chill, though they're usually asleep by now anyway. The clip springers it's neat. I just think it's neat. For the most part, though, the places I tend to gravitate towards are the African painted dogs. Mostly on account of I've been eyeballing them, trying to figure out if that's something I can do. It's about my size, but so it looks a little bit off. But I like that one, and I like the gorillas. They're much more chill than the chimpanzees are. Chimpanzees will rip your face off. Gorillas don't really bother you unless you bother them.
Mm-hmm. Gorillas are cool. We have a few at my local zoo, and I go see them all the time. I love our gorillas. They're very sweet. But yeah, so you kind of go through, which one of those are you going to first to sort of like tend to their enclosure, so to speak?
Nah, gorillas are the first one on the way. The gorillas. Actually, the clip springer is the first one on the way. So I probably just head over that direction first. Make sure that trash that got missed, is cleaned up, so it doesn't get to it. Make sure there's no trash made its way into the enclosure, so this thing's not gonna try and chew on plastic. Make sure it's properly fed, and then continue on my way.
There you go. So as you're walking, you feel what kind of cell phone does Daniel have?
It's probably just a standard. It was like one of those prepaid phones. It was like a TCL. So it's a smartphone. It's got all the smartphone features. It's just one of the ones that I had to, pay for first.
Right. So you see a contact pop up that you're pretty familiar with, and the name Tony pops up. Tony Vaughn. You know that he is a gangrel that kind of not necessarily chatted with, but you know him through like anarch friendships, so to speak. And he is giving you a call.
I just pause whatever song I had on in my one earbud and then kick over the call. I'm working, Tony.
Hey man, sorry. I was calling because I was wondering what you were doing next weekend and if you had any availability, so to speak, to help me out with a little project I'm working on.
Well, if it's next week, I'm probably also working. Because that's usually what I do.
Yeah, but, we're not the working type, so to speak. We can take off a few nights, right? I mean, come on.
Well, it depends on who we is.
You,
I happen to like where I work.
Me. Maybe we can rope a few other of the gang. And he very much emphasizes gang, intending for it to be gangrel, but he's,
Christ.
being a little quiet on the phone, so to speak, but not really. He's not very subtle.
What you got in
We
mind,
could get a
Tony?
few of other. Well, see, so you know what happened to my Haven last week? You know, the whole thing and it going up in flames and all that. I sort
did
of
what?
need a. Yeah, someone set it on fire, and I'm not quite sure who it was. Thank goodness I wasn't in there, but you know, it was pretty nerve-wracking to know that it was set on fire.
Shit, Tony, who'd you piss off?
Hell if I know, but I figure it was somebody important. I did have that Toreador I was trying to schmooze, but I don't think she was buying it, and I don't think she would set my Haven on fire. But that's beside the point. I'm building me a new one, and I am needing some help building the said new one. I'm gonna build it out in the middle of nowhere where nobody can find it. I'm gonna tell you and the gang. He does it again.
Good
I'm gonna tell
Lord.
you and the gang where it's at, and then that way I think because we're a pretty close knit group. You know, I feel like we're, despite the fact that we're not all that social, we're a pretty tight knit group. You know, so I figure if anybody can keep it secret and keep it safe, you know, it'll be us. I'll owe you one.
I know you will. I'm trying to decide how much of one you're going to owe me.
Oh, what's building a house amongst friends?
It's worth the phone call at least, ain't it?
It is. Hence the phone call.
Yep. All right. Now, when you say middle of nowhere, how middle of nowhere are we talking? Are you talking like middle of nowhere Trinity Forest? Are you talking like outside the city?
Outside the city.
Like Fort Worth or further?
Outside of Fort Worth. I ain't going into Cammy territory. I don't want to mess with them. I don't like them. They don't like me. I bet they wish they had me, because the only folks in the cams now that can fight worth anything are the ones who didn't join the Anarchs. You know what I mean?
North or south?
North. I ain't going south.
Fuck no.
Fuck no. Why not?
You're getting up towards Chickasaw Nation at that point. I ain't fucking with them.
Oh, come on. Listen. You're worried? You're worried about the natives. Tatum's coming too. And she said she'd help. So.
Fine, but your middle of nowhere better not go further north than Sherman.
Nope. I wouldn't dare. Wouldn't dream of it. Wouldn't dare put that on you.
All right. Because they don't fuck around up there. You know that.
Hey, no. I do not. I know that they do not. And if Tatum's mean old eye is any indication, I know she don't either. Ooh, she don't either. She's something.
All right. Well, you just
Love
tell
her,
me
though.
where then.
Bless her heart. All right, I'll send you the details, and we can meet up next week and see where we're at and all that stuff.
All righty.
All right, man. I appreciate it. You know.
I know you do. I just hang up and maneuver on over towards the gorillas.
Yeah, and he, you know, he's called you a few times in the past, and he's usually pretty good about making good on his promises. If he says he's going to help you out with something, or if he says he's going to, you know, get you back for helping him, you know, he usually is pretty good about it.
Well, I know he is. Don't make it any less annoying, but I know he is.
He's one of those people. So yeah, so you head to the gorilla enclosure and, you know, get your stuff done. You get about halfway through. I think you're you're almost finished with your second enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you know, one of the other the more full-time zookeepers, and you know her well, Elsa Brinkley.
Mm-hmm.
She radios you and she says, hey Daniel, something's freaking out. Bernardo, can you go check on his enclosure? I know you don't usually work with the main wolf, but he's freaking out, and I'm not sure what's going on with him. He's from the cameras. I can see that he's acting real weird.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, you're a little bit more, I don't know. The guy that we have on the main wolf right now is really like new, and you've been doing this for a while, and
Oh no, I
yeah.
figured I'm much of a I ain't like a zookeeper, so I figured. But if you need me to, I can.
You don't have to go in or anything. Just check up on him and see if he's okay, and just make sure that he's not hurting himself. Basically, I don't want him to get hurt or anything.
No, yeah, we wouldn't want that. Yeah, I'll go check, and I will radio you because I imagine you're not going to be there, right?
No. I've got to stay up here. I'm manager on duty tonight, so
that's good. Yeah, no need for a bunch of people to be around.
An
antsy wolf.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I owe you. I don't know.
It's going around a lot tonight.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Mm.
And then the radio goes off. I don't think that the maned wolves are technically on the map right now. I think they're currently
that's all right.
In the real world that we are currently in right now, not the vampire world. I think they're technically not out right now and not on enclosure, but
we can pretend.
Yeah, they are here. Theater of the mind and all that.
Yeah.
I also just love a maned wolf. They are my favorite.
That's cool. That's reasonable. All right, so I will I'll just sort of finish up with the gorilla, give him a nod, and then steel myself and head on up towards the maned wolf.
Yeah. So maned wolves are they're not actually wolves, and two, they are pretty solitary creatures. They don't usually run in packs, and so there's only one maned wolf in this enclosure, and his name is Bernardo. And he is certainly in his enclosure, and you hear something that you have rarely heard from him. He's making like noise. Maned wolves are usually pretty quiet, solitary creatures, and you've only heard his. They're called like roar barks. You've only heard that like a few times from him. He's a pretty quiet creature most of the time. But you hear it in force this evening. He's ripping his head back and forth. He's tearing at the air. He's biting and snapping at the wind. He doesn't see you, but like you can see that his eyes, like they're like huge. He's like manic. Something is freaking him out.
I'll go over to whoever it was that was working over here first. Just be like, the hell's gotten into him?
I don't know. I just started like a few weeks ago, and little dude's usually pretty cool, and you can tell that he's not from Dallas. He's got a non-Southern accent. And I'm terrible at doing a non-Southern accent because I am the most country person I think I know.
All right,
but he's like, I don't know, man. I just I just started, and
you're right. You take mine. You take mine. I was moving up onto the cheetahs, so you take mine. Brinkley wants me to handle this. Get on.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Sorry. He kind of just sort of nervously shuffles off. He's kind of a scrawny type. He doesn't seem like he's going to last very long. Bless his heart. Truly calling on the Southern roots with the bless his heart.
Mm-hmm. I wait until I watch him walk down the ways, and I look around, make sure nobody else is walking up the ways.
You're good on that front.
Yep. All right, and then I'll just slip my way down towards and into the enclosure. I'm not going to worry about pretenses at this point if nobody else is around here.
Yeah, you are pretty well alone with this with Bernardo.
Right now. And I ain't planning on doing anything that if a camera picks up on it, it's going to look too terribly weird. Not anything they haven't seen me do before.
Yeah.
So slip on in. Use the key to open up back of the enclosure, unless the main wolf has more an enclosed enclosure. It's not an open air one, right? Yeah, that's what I thought because they'd get out otherwise.
It can be open. It just is very high walls.
If it's high wall, then I'm gonna move. Then I'm gonna work my way down the walls. If it's enclosed, I'll go through the door. But I will just kind of I will say it's a high wall then at that point because I will just kind of sling my legs over. I'm actually going to sit at the top of the enclosure first, and I can't do it, and I'm not going to let my microphone pick it up if I did it anyway. But just kind of roll my tongue and just do a sharp whistle down at Bernardo, to draw his attention.
Once you do that, his eyes snap to you, and he's roar barking at you. He's trying to say something.
And picking up on that real quick from when I walked up in the first place, I'm going to activate Feral Whispers.
And then, the second you do that, you can hear him, and he's very panicked. He's creature called our name. Creature knows us. Call for help. Call for help. Call for help. He's asking you to help.
I get hungrier as I ask him, what the hell's gotten into you?
Give me a charisma and an animal kin roll.
That I can do.
And again, another educational segment for this game deals with dice pools. So what Zach is doing is taking his charisma level, which I believe is 3, correct?
Yes.
Taking his charisma, which he will take 3 dice, and you'll have 2 hunger, so 2 will be red and 1 will be purple or black or whichever color. And then the rest of the dice will be the black dice, and you fill it up with his animal kin dice, which I think is also 3.
It is also 3 in this instance, which gives me to 6. I would like to push for the specialty in animal kin that I have, which is specifically trust.
Yes, I will say that works, which means that you can add an extra dice to that.
Which
Would
is
you
7?
like to rouse your blood?
Not yet.
To get a little boost on your kin. Okay.
Not yet. I wouldn't.
All right. We're looking for a difficulty of 3.
Okay, that's good because I rolled 4.
Perfect. Awesome. So, as soon as you speak to Bernardo, he recognizes the trust that he's built. He knows you. He's seen you around. He's like, oh, okay, we've got someone. It's very clear that whatever was messing with his head was possibly supernatural. So he calms down. And he goes, "Oh, thank goodness. We were terrified. Greetings." And he's very formal. He's a very formal creature. And what was the question that you asked him?
I just said, "What the hell's gotten into you?"
He says, we saw a man, Mago, he says, which you, unless Daniel is versed in Portuguese, would not know, but it's, but for the viewers, it means a mage. So go ahead and give me a, not to make you roll again, give me a wits and streetwise.
This one I will rouse the blood for because that's only 5 for me. I succeed on that one.
Okay.
So that's a dice bonus of 2 for me. Yeah. That puts me up to the same amount that I had for animal kin.
And that will boost your wits for the rest of the scene.
Very nice.
2.
1, 2, 3. 5. One of them's a 10.
Nice.
I didn't get a critical just yet, but
that's pretty good. I was looking for a difficulty again of 3. So you can guess that, veiled eyes and sorcery. That's the easy thing. That's a Tremere. That's a magic user. That's a warlock. That's someone who uses magic. Could be a Mikado, but more likely it's a Tremere. You know that they have a little bit of a presence around here. But they're usually Camarilla, so they usually hang around Fort Worth. So since you got over 3 successes, I'll give you a little bit more. There is only one Tremere that you personally know of that is in the Dallas area, and that is an Anarch. And his name is Solomon Blackridge. And he works with Cassidy Maldonado, which you would know. but I will keep vague for the purposes of story reasons.
So I look down to the wolf, thinking about, Mago. I don't speak Portuguese, but you live around here, you pick up enough Spanish, and it sounds like it sounds similar enough to be like mage. And I ain't never met an honest to God mage in my life, so I figure he means one of the other ones. And narrowing it down based off what you said, I just go, which way do you go?
And Bernardo goes to bark again, and you immediately hear a snap of a twig, sort of the classic twig snap behind Bernardo. And as you look up, you will give me a wits awareness roll.
I am activating eyes of the beast immediately at the twig snap, because I'm being told that there is a creature in this area with me.
This is a creature feature.
Yeah.
4. And
4, but 4 not impeded by darkness. Yeah.
Yeah. So with 4 successes, you see a black man, and he is wearing a robe. You see him quickly put something in his mouth, chew it up, and then he crawls up the side of the enclosure like a spider and over it.
I am going to, because I'm sitting on the wall, I'm going to run along the top of the wall of the enclosure to see if I can meet him.
Sweet. All right, give me a Dex Athletics for that one.
Mm-hmm. I'll rouse
the classic
that too.
Wits and Awareness and Dex Athletics. And Strength Brawl.
Yeah, I'll rouse that one too. I got hungry again, so I'm getting those animal instincts as I'm starting to chase them.
Getting a little peckish, so to speak.
1, 2. Okay, so that brings me to 6 dice at least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend a little power on this one because I've almost got a critical here. Yeah, there it is.
All right. If you got a critical, you've beaten my roll.
I did. It was a 6 critical.
That's awesome. Okay.
But I'm at 300, so trades.
Yeah. Oh, did you get a messy critical?
No, I got hungrier in my rouse, so so yeah, I got a 6 critical, but I'm at 300.
You're in peckish.
Yeah.
So you run across the walls, and it looks cool as hell. It looks awesome. Like there's no other way to explain it. But like as you dash across, you catch sight of who you presume to be Solomon. You've seen him before, and you know that's what he looks like. So you see Solomon sort of moving very quickly across the zoo and towards the parking garage and everything. Mm-hmm. And you're moving pretty quickly, and you manage to catch up with him just as he sort of stops in front of a very nice sports car. It's it's fancy, but it's all black. It's it can easily blend in, especially in Dallas.
Stopping in front of it was not a good move because I'm driving him into it.
You're driving him into it?
Yeah. I means to catch him.
Yeah. He goes, wait. Do you continue?
Oh yeah.
All right. Give me a strength and a brawl.
Yeah. I ain't trying to, I'm not trying to cause harm, but it's one of those I'm stopping you from running now.
Oh yeah.
That's 5 on 5.
Okay. I got 5 as well, so ties goes to the player.
All right.
So you smash into him, and you manage to have a hold on him.
Yeah, and just nose to nose at this point, eyes of the beast active. You're upsetting my dogs.
He's raising his hands up, and he's being like, "Look, I needed to get your attention. Sorry,
I got a fucking phone. It's been called too many times tonight already.
Don't have your number. Not interested in finding your number. This is not something that I am. This is not a phone call sort of conversation.
If you wanted to get my attention, why the hell did you run? I'm right there.
Look, man, I'm sorry. And as soon as he says, "I'm sorry," you feel a rope fall over you, cinch, and you feel a wooden stake slammed into the back of your chest, and you are rendered completely still. You feel that stake dig into your heart, and you hear a few grunts from behind. And you hear Solomon say, "You got him?" "Yeah, Saul, I fucking got him." A bag is placed over your head, and almost like magic, silence completely envelops you. This is an enchanted bag. You feel yourself being dragged, your feet sort of scraping across the pavement. You feel yourself being thrown into something, and you do not hear the doors slam, but you feel them slam on you, and you are very clearly driven somewhere that you cannot see or hear.
All I can think about the entire time is that I really should have just pressed up closer against him. I had him right there.
You had him right there.
I should have just pressed up against him.
It's almost as though this is a story beat. But that is all that I have for the prelude. Thank you so much, Zach. I had super fun. I hope you did as well.
Absolutely.
So I am excited to see what happens in the actual first session. To see
Me too. I'm going to be starting off hungry and pissed.
Starting off hungry and pissed, which is exactly how we like you to be. And Zach, if you would like to outro all of your socials and whatnots.
I'm everywhere at SneakerNet or SneakerNet Music, all over the internet, wherever tabletop games are played. You can find me there.
All right. Thank you guys, and have a vamptastic night. And cut. Hello, my name is Madison, and you can find my socials below on Blue Sky as Bethany Esda with a C instead of an A in Bethany. Once again, hi, this is Dallas by Night. This is a Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle for Rediscovery RPG set in the Anarch-controlled Dallas-Fort Worth area. Once again, big thank you to Mallorie for letting me tell this story. I'm very excited. Once again, I always like to start my games off with this same disclaimer. This is a mature game intended for mature audiences. Games like D&D are super easy. You are always playing the hero. You're going to save the princess. You meet up at the tavern. You do the thing. And then you defeat Strahd. In Vampire the Masquerade, you are Strahd. Except actually, you're probably less powerful than Strahd. He's probably a Methuselah. But you are the blood-sucking monster with a true love for one thing and one thing only, and that is blood. It makes the world go round. Tonight, we are joining Mallorie themselves in their individual character prelude, and I'm very excited.
Me too. It's my first time playing Vampire the Masquerade ever. Right here, right now.
Not your last.
No, because we have a whole show to do.
There's the show, and then all of the things that I'm going to be like, hey, do you want to play a quick game?
Yes.
And then it's 9 hours later.
The answer is yes.
Perfect. I'm excited for it. So, we head into Dallas. The city is quiet tonight. Too quiet. Or maybe it's the noise blocking headphones you're wearing and the loud music that would damage your eardrums if you were still mortal. The museum that you work at is closed this evening, and you're not working tonight. And so you woke up with a job this evening weighing on you. It's a forgery, it's your usual stuff. But it's due tonight. So you have to get it finished tonight and get it out to whoever needs it. So you're putting, hopefully, the final touches on it tonight and getting it out to where it needs to go. So, Vic, how do you wake up this evening?
Too groggy for my own good. It's like I never sleep well anymore, honestly. If you call whatever I get sleep, it feels more like I just stare at the ceiling for a long time until my body gives out. But it's something. crawl out of bed, pull on sweatpants and an oversized flannel, hair up in a bun,
Very valid.
and back to the easel that is set up in my living room and has been set up in my living room for months now. It just goes from one canvas to another canvas. The workbench is still full of IDs and stuff that I'm in the middle of making. I'm behind on orders, quite frankly.
It happens, as are we all. I feel like I'm always behind on my stuff as well, so I understand Vic in that sense. What do you think? What do you think the forgery is tonight?
Oh, it's a beautiful Monet.
Ooh,
It's one that they
okay.
have at the museum. I stare at it all the time when I'm actually there working on restorations. But
Mhm.
no, a client wants it, and they wanted to steal it from the museum, but I convinced them to just buy a forgery for me instead. And then that way, if they get tired of it years down the line, they can still sell it like it's the real thing, but no one can tie it back to me at work. So works out better.
Exactly. And the public still gets to see it
Yeah.
as they so wish, which is, give a little, get a little. Okay. All right. Would you say it's one of the lily pads?
Yeah, I think the lily pads are like one of the more popular ones that people
They
want to see
just
at the
love 'em.
museum anyway. It's probably the third or fourth time I've done this forgery, honestly. Everybody thinks, somewhere out there they've gotten lucky and found the real original, and it's not in museums, and really it's just my forgeries floating around being
It's
sold
just your forgery.
one after the other.
But look at that. Look at you moving up in the world.
Gotta get blood
Right.
somehow.
So let's go ahead and finish this up. I'd say I'd say you really are just putting on like the finishing touches. So let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and say it's a resolve. So
Cool.
you'll use your resolve stat plus your craft, and you can add your specialty for forgery. So that would be.
Wonderful.
So since this is Mallorie's first time, I'm going to be showing them a little bit of the ropes. So with resolve, you would have 3 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Craft, you would have another 3.
Yeah.
And then you would add 1 for forgery.
Cool.
And I've almost forgotten the most important thing, and it's the thing that I always forget. Rouse check. Roll 1 dice and see if you get hungrier when you wake up.
Oh, great. That's an 8.
Do not get hungrier. So you stay at 1 hunger. Vic is a bagger, so they can't really, unless they actively choose to kill someone that is human and real and living and breathing, they cannot get below 1. So you will take 1 of the dice out of the 7 that you have and replace it with a hunger dice.
Cool.
Just the 1.
Yeah.
And then you will give that a roll. I'm looking for about a difficulty. Let's say you've done this a few times. Let's go 3.
Can you over succeed in Vampire the Masquerade?
Yes, you can succeed. You can do like amazing. How
But
many
it's
successes?
it's
did you
not
get?
like the thing that makes it bad, right? It's like the okay version of over succeeding.
Oh yeah.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 successes.
8 successes. Okay, so you
Yeah.
got a critical then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And none of them were on the red dice?
No.
Okay,
somehow that is my only one that did not succeed.
That's a good thing. Don't
Yeah.
worry. We don't want to mess you critical this early. I want it to have time to build up. I'll get a messy critical one day, and then that's when it's holy hell is going to be wreaked upon everyone. So okay, 8 successes. Wow, you have done this a million times before. It's really just like clockwork. I mean, you go in, you put the finishing touches on it. I feel like you've got it down. Like, what music is playing in the headphones that you're listening to while you finish up this Monet?
It's probably some sort of like new rock band that no one has ever heard of. They played in one little dive bar in Dallas one night, and I went to listen to them, and now their whole Spotify is like dedicated on my headphones, and I just got it as loud as it possibly go.
Exactly.
I sort of zone out. I have a reference photo up. I don't need it, quite frankly.
Yeah,
but
with
it's
8 successes, you don't.
yeah, it's kind of
and
just
with your
show.
memory.
Yeah, and with my fancy, I can look at this once and remember it forever. So I just go at it. It's probably a couple more hours, but it's not too
yeah.
hard to finish up.
I would say that it takes you less time than it normally does. Like, you're surprised at how like quick you get this done, because you finish it and then you look at the clock and you're like, oh, that's not that long since I've woken up. Okay, maybe I'm getting better at faking Monets. Okay, so now you get to go and deliver it. You know that the person that commissioned this told you to meet them at midnight. We'll say very, very apt, apropos time. Hand deliver it basically at midnight at 501 Elm Place, which is over by Dealey Plaza and the Grassy Knoll. Everybody in Dallas knows it. It's where JFK died. It's a very noticeable place. It's probably pretty busy-ish on like this weekend night, so to speak. But all the better to, hand off something where no one can. We're hiding in plain sight, so to speak. Where like everybody's there, but weirdly enough, nobody remembers seeing you because they remember that there was some, blonde sorority girl who was, doing shots outside of a bar and crowd surfing on top of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Which is something that I would much rather remember than someone passing off a forged painting. Plus, who wants to tell the cops anything?
Exactly.
Okay. So, do you stay in your sweatpants and flannel, or do you dress up for your drop-off?
No, I change clothes. It looks weird sometimes when you go out in like sweatpants and oversized flannel. It looks like you're out in pajamas at midnight, and then people start to worry because you should be in bed and not out of your house. So I dress up a little bit more.
Walmart.
Yeah, or in Walmart. So like ripped up jeans, like cool t-shirt, leather jacket, boots. So I roll up my canvas, put it in like a transport tube, pop the lid on.
One of those cool like little tubes that you can like, sling over.
Uh-huh.
I love those.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one. I don't know what I would put in it or carry around with it, but I've always wanted one. One day. All right. So, what would you say your haven looks like? Is it like a little apartment, or is it like a,
Yeah,
what's the vibe?
it's like a small little condo situation. One of those like townhouses where it's like one big house, one half is rented by someone else and the other half is mine. It's got mismatched art hanging all over the walls. Most of it
By
I've
you or by
made.
someone else?
Yeah, most of it I've made. I'll
Okay.
say there's a couple other people that I like around town that I've grabbed local stuff that I've been like, yeah, that's cool. An old couch that has certainly seen better days, but I like it anyway. And a bunch of rugs overlapped on the floor in that way of this is hardwood and I don't want to drop paint all over it and I'd rather sacrifice the rug. So it's all a little like a thrift store threw up in here. But I like it that way.
A Resident Evil game, if you've noticed. There's so many
Yes.
rugs in Resident Evil games.
There are lots
They
of
want to
rugs.
protect that hardwood from all the zombie guts. So, just in case a zombie apocalypse ever happens, which now that you found out that, vampires are real and you've been changed into a vampire, like,
Yeah.
who's to say?
Hmm.
Who's to say zombies aren't the next thing? And if you know a few Hakata, there probably already are zombies.
Probably.
And you've met a few that looked like them, so, the sky's the limit. But yeah, okay. So, do you walk or do you think you take an Uber or a car? What are you working with? Bike? Are we biking?
For this drop off, I'll probably take an Uber. It's overpriced because everybody charges surge prices this late because people are going home drunk from the club. But I don't really want to walk. I don't really want to bike, even though I have my bike. I think I'd just rather pay somebody else a little bit more because I'm getting a good payout from this, mostly in blood, but like there's a little cash attached to it. So I'll just use it for the Uber.
Okay. The Uber takes a little bit to get there, but when it does pull up, it's a Tesla. It's always a Tesla, I feel.
Of course it is.
Especially in like Dallas. There's so many of them. And the guy that picks you up is he's your standard everyday average white guy. He looks like his name is Chad. You check the app on your phone, his name is actually Brad. So
yeah. Gross.
He actually looks like Brad from Slash. From that is, well, gosh, what was my character's name? Her boyfriend. It's
Oh
actually
yeah,
Brad.
that dude. Okay, I can picture him well. He's
Yeah.
destined
And
to be the
he's-
first one to die in a horror movie. Got it.
He's just as dumb as he was in that game.
Yeah.
And he, as you get in, even though I'm sure you've selected, don't want to talk and cold because that's always he. As soon as you get in, hey, what's up? You heading to the grassy knoll tonight?
Yeah, that's me. Just a quick
Cool.
trip.
Cool. You like some JFK buff or something?
Friend is where I'm meeting them there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sometimes and he's driving while he's saying this, and he's driving the speed limit. Surprisingly enough, he's following all the laws, which is a little annoying because let's pick it up,
Correct.
But he's doing what no one else will do, and he's putting his blinker on, and that's really what matters. But he's like, yeah, I've gone to the JFK thing a few times, and seen all the speeches and everything. It's usually a bunch of old people, but I really like it and I really enjoy it. Not for and he looks at you in the rearview mirror. Not for the whole JFK being dead and shot thing, just because of the history. I'm a big history buff. Red flag.
Yeah, got it. I'm
So,
trying so hard to avoid every eye contact with this man, to avoid all conversation. This is just... bleh.
So what's in the tube?
Oh, just a painting.
Oh, cool. You're some kind of artist or something?
I work at an art museum. I got this in the gift shop for a friend of mine.
Oh, cool. But you're a good drawer though, right? Are you?
Sorta, I guess.
Okay, cool. I'm really good. I draw a lot of anime art. I really like Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
You've only heard of it? You haven't seen it? Oh man, Broly's my favorite character, and he starts to go into he talks about Dragon Ball for the rest.
I just let him do it. I don't interrupt. I don't say a word. I look out the window. I say nothing else.
He's really into Broly as a character, and you can tell. He's even he's gesturing back and showing me some tattoos that he has of Dragon Ball. He has the Dragon Balls tattooed onto his arm and everything. He's really proud of him. He tells you about the tattoo shop that he got him from. I mean, it's the whole ride. But he does pull up to 501 Elm Place, and he goes, "All right, hey, it's super cool talking to you. Have a good night, and tell your friend I said hey."
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks for the ride and all. And
Anytime.
I get out and shut the door, and I do not look back.
You look, and he actually gave you how they can give passengers ratings. He gave you a 5-star rating, so he thought you were a great passenger.
Oh, good. I put mine back in my pocket, and I do not rate him.
You're I don't have time.
No, I'm here on business. Actually, thank you so much.
So you see your client hanging out by the so if you've ever seen 501 Elm Place is literally right next to Dealey Plaza, and it's a pretty cool building. All of the buildings around there are pretty cool. I'm getting a picture of it just to kind of take a peek at it and remember it. But it's got this really cool marquee that's 501 Elm Place, and there's a little bit of there's always a little bit of construction in Dallas. You can't go anywhere without there being a little bit of construction.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you see a few people. You see a few groups of people that are hanging out around the grassy knoll that are just ne'er-do-well, cool teens with a Z that are probably drinking and smoking and doing things that their parents would tell them not to do, but they don't super care. But on the little steps up into 501 Elm, you see your client, and they are a fairly attractive, tall, very thin, blonde woman, and she's got glasses on at night, and she's got a big bold red lip, and so she's very she's sitting there, and she's got a cigarette in one hand, and she's taking a drag off of it occasionally. Flicks the ash a little bit, but then as soon as she sees you, she stamps it out and tosses it, just litters, she doesn't care. And she goes, "Vic, good to see you."
Well, as I live and breathe.
And you would know her name as Gloria.
Gloria, it's
Gloria
nice.
Beecham.
Gloria, it's so nice to see you. Here's your
Yeah.
painting all done up for you.
Perfect. I've got your payment in the range just around the corner. We'll go grab it.
Perfect.
And so she walks you kind of around the corner, and true enough, there's a big old Range Rover, and a large security man actually steps out of the front seat and goes around to the back, lifts up the what's the word that I'm looking for? Like, not the trunk, but I guess like the trunk, the back door.
Yeah.
He lifts it up, and sure enough, there is one of those like cheap styrofoam coolers, and you know, a big old duffel bag. And she goes, "I put a little tip in there for you, just for you're being kind and doing this for me."
Of course. Gloria, you shouldn't have, but I'll take it anyway. And you know me, if you need anything else of any certain kind, or if your coworker does either, you just let me know. I'm but a phone call away.
Well, of course. You know me and my 5-finger discounts. I have to be stopped somewhere, so I might as well get what I can get. I'm excited. This one's going to go right above the mantle on the fireplace, and I'm sure Thaddeus will love it. You know Thaddeus to be her husband.
Yes, I'm sure that it will look gorgeous up there. And I will go ahead and grab the cooler and the duffel bag as she keeps talking.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, you know Thad, he loves a Monet. He just loves it. Thad could care less. he couldn't care less. But Gloria is one of those, the Southern women.
Yeah.
And I love every single one of them. They're so mean and they're so judgy, but man, are they hilarious.
Yeah.
And she just sort of kind of goes, "Well, you just have a good old night, and I'll be in touch if I need anything else." I was thinking about testing your skills on a Rembrandt at some point. But
Oh, not a
we'll
problem
talk
at
about that
all.
later.
I've got a couple Rembrandts under my belt now, so you just send me what you want, and we'll see what I got.
Alrighty.
Have a good night.
I can do it. Yes, you as well, and you'll have to just come over for dinner sometime. We just love seeing you over there. So you have a good one now, and we'll see you later. Get home safe.
You too.
And she, hops into the back of the Range Rover, and it speeds away, and you have a nice little cooler of blood, and it is the exact amount that you have requested, as well as a big old fat duffel bag of cold hard cash. And it's in like reasonably small bills, a good variety of bills, so you don't have to go in and break a bunch of hundreds and look suspicious. It's in a fair amount of bills that you can use. It's a few 50s. There's a few 20s, a few 5s, and a stack or two of 1s. So you have all that. And now what do you do?
I'll walk home. An
You'll walk
Uber
home?
now seems suspicious because I have a cooler of blood with me.
Yeah.
But it's enough to last me a bit. I make sure good paintings, paintings of a good size at least, are worth quite a bit. So I don't need to worry for a little while. So I'll just take the back way home. It'll be a bit, but I don't mind too much.
And Gloria is one of your regulars, and she usually packs it up really well. She gets the dry ice so that it's cold, and it's not like this. I'm not a phlebotomist, so I'm not sure how blood is normally stored. Disclaimer, but it's stored properly and for long transports and stuff like that. But I mean, you start walking back. You make the slow trek back to your little duplex. But as you do, you pass by one of your favorite little antique thrift shops, and out comes someone that you recognize, and his name is Rowan. And Rowan, you know him. He is also a kindred. You know that he's a kindred. But he is something called a thin blood, which means that he can actually still go out during the day, depending upon his stuff, so to speak. But Rowan is one that can walk throughout the day, and he's pretty cool. You know him through his like connections alone. He has, he works at this antique shop. It's pretty clear that he's got a pretty good investment in it, and he is also really, really, he's being headhunted that you know of, like within like the gossip of the city, because you're a Toreador, you get all the gossip you want from that. Throughout the city that he is like being headhunted by Los Vaqueros, which are pretty big in the Anarch movement. They basically are the Anarch movement, where most Anarch cities would have something called a Baron. The leader of Los Vaqueros is, for all intents and purposes, the Baron. She's basically in control. So you know that he's being headhunted by this group, and you know that he's a pretty big up-and-comer and pretty important. And he's pretty cool. You've actually, he's a really nice guy. He's cool. He's got a little bit of something freaky going on about him. Like it's very clear that he works the night shift for a reason at the antique shop. When you look at him, his eyes are like like in Midnight Mass, whenever like it would show the vampire's eyes, they would like flash back a little bit, sort of like a cat's. You can kind of see that his do that in the low light, and it's a little freaky even for you. And again, you're a creature of the night vampire, but it's even a little freaky for you that he does that. And he goes, "Hey, Vic, what in the world are you doing out here?"
Rowan, my favorite in the whole world. I just had to pick up a payment. That's all.
Still making money and making food. I see.
I gotta survive somehow.
Don't we all? Hey, I'm glad I caught you. I was actually gonna give you a ring at some point, but Wiley is he's having what do they call them? It's a brouhaha thing, but they still do it. It's like it's a rant. They're having a rant out on the outskirts tonight, a little party, something like that. You want to go? It's in a few hours and such. So, and you're more than welcome to crash at my place once you're ready. I can swing by and pick you up.
How far is out of town?
Oh, just like 15 minutes out of town. Nothing bad.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? I'm getting caught up on orders, but that was the biggest one that needed to go out tonight, and the IDs can wait a little longer. So
yeah. Plus, I mean, again, Wiley's gonna be there, so and he was the one who invited me. So he said I could bring a +1, and I was like, who could I bring as a +1? And like you came like immediately. So,
well, thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah, well, I'll come pick you up in a few hours. It's gonna be fun. I'm pretty excited. But yeah. All right. Well, cool. Well, again, wow, crazy that I caught you like this. But yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Yeah. I'll.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a bit. I should go home and put this stuff away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you can see that he's like a little bit. He's charming in the sense that like he's, sort of like a lovable dork type of person, and that's sort of his personality. But he gives you one of the little like, and this smile, and he walks back into the antique store, which jingles, and you see that it's going to close in a few hours anyway, so but he mentioned a few people, and for your knowledge, you would know that Wiley Graham is one of the Vaqueros, and he's pretty high up in the hierarchy of that group. They're pretty secretive about like how you become a part of them. It's sort of like a rectangle and square situation. Not all rectangles are squares, but all squares are rectangles.
Yeah.
Not all anarchs are vaqueros, but all vaqueros are anarchs, sort of thing.
Right.
and they're like up there. So it's the fact that you've been invited is a pretty good roundabout way to get things done, especially if you want to move on up. You also get a as you're walking home, you get a little call on your cell phone from an unknown number.
This is bullshit again. And I'll how far am I from home?
I'd say you're almost there. You're about to
Okay.
walk in.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and pick up then.
So on the phone, it is someone calling from a burner. It's another person that requires your services. They have a very odd request. They're like, hey, I know you mostly do like paintings and IDs and stuff, but my girlfriend really wants one of those oh gosh, what are they called? The Leo Vitali bags, with the little LVs and the stars and the diamonds and stuff.
Louis
And,
Vuitton, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah. And I need like a certificate of authenticity because I bought one, but it's not real.
Oh,
like,
I
I
don't
want her
even
to
have to
think
make
it's real.
the bag. I just have to make the certificate.
Yeah, just the certificate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. So like her birthday's like in like a few weeks. So is that like enough time or?
Yeah, that's plenty. Here's the deal: certificate of authenticity on a Louis Vuitton bag that's gonna run you a fine amount. Who told you about me exactly?
Like one of my friends, Theo Beecham, his mom had your card or your information or whatever, and so he was like, oh yeah, mom gets a lot of stuff from her, so like she like, gave it to me.
Yeah, no problem at all.
And I'm 20, so like I don't have enough money to be buying all these bags and whatnot for her.
Yeah, no issue here at all. I don't know.
I'm gonna marry her one day.
I'm sure she will love that. And literally, as I'm saying this, I'm like putting blood bags away, and things like this with like my cell phone tucked up under here. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna run you a good price on it because all it is a certificate of authenticity, and you're not even making me make the bag. And you're a friend of a friend, and I don't exactly give a friend of a friend discount, but I'm feeling generous tonight since you think you're gonna marry this girl. How about you get me a couple thousand cash, and if you can't do that much, if you can get your hands on some blood somehow, you can hand me 5 bags instead. How about that?
Oh yeah, I got a friend who works at the blood lab at the college, so
Perfect.
I can totally get you hooked up.
Yeah. 5 blood bags is fine as a base. If you feel like tipping, feel free. But I can have it for you. Give me 1 week and call me back, and I'll give you a place to drop it off.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, sweet. Thanks.
No problem.
And then he hangs up, and you have a fun little job to do. So, you put all your blood bags away. You've got everything settled and all that stuff. You've got your cash stowed away wherever you stow it. I assume not in the mattress because that'd be too obvious.
No, not at all. I've fashioned a couple of the paintings on the wall to open up to safes behind them because, what am I if not but like just the classic.
Oh yeah.
Artist in a weird
it's safe to assume
apartment.
that there's a very comically large diamond on a stand in there.
Correct.
Too.
Yeah, that does nothing. That one is purely for the joke. But I do really love it, and I have this board that I keep a bunch of my ideas and things on, and I go over to this note that I wrote myself like half drunk one night that was on a post-it note that was like clearly overcharged money to get blood instead, and I just put a giant check mark over it because I know that kid could not have paid me $2,000.
No.
And really I wanted the blood more than I wanted the money, so
He could have gotten probably like a real Louis Vuitton bag.
Exactly.
Like, second hand.
Yeah,
for that amount. So,
exactly.
He's totally okay.
I'd rather him give me the blood. Gloria just gave me a duffel bag full of money. I'm good on rent for a little bit.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about it for a while. Like that is a pretty Gloria's a pretty good steady flow of cash. If she ever needs anything, that's why. Which is why, like, when you get a job from her, you kind of have to.
Yeah, hurry it up, expedited.
Okay, so are you putting on anything fancy for the rant?
What would I know about them? Like, as far as like how people usually like dress, like how fancy it is on a scale of 1 to 10. How much do I know about that as Vic?
You know that there's a reason that they are called Los Vaqueros. They dress like cowboys. I mean, like more so than your average like Austin, Texas or Dallas, Texas boy who, has like the square-toed boots with the fancy, that they just bought at Cavender's today, and then like the big hat that they have that very clearly is brand new and has never been worn as a work hat a day in their life. The hats look worn in. They're Stetsons, like they're true like leather, like good hats. They're good hats. And those boots have seen years of work. Like these are very clearly like real, like as real of cowboys and cowgirls that you can think of. So it's a very much like they commit to the Western bit, so to speak.
At the very least, I'm gonna put on my cowboy boots, which are like a black. They look very nice.
Oh yeah.
And instead of the leather jacket I threw on earlier just to run out, I've got this one that's got like fringe and stuff on it. It looks a little nicer. In the very few times that I've dealt with them, it was probably something that I picked up. So I'll grab that, make sure that my hair looks nice, do a little bit of makeup, that sort of thing. Nothing too big, but enough to stand out but blend in.
Yeah. And they appreciate some fringe, I will say. They do. And just as I do. I appreciate some fringe as well. I yearn for a fringe jacket, and every time I see one at like an estate sale or a yard sale, they're always too small for me. And I'm like,
it's a shame.
I know, it's a travesty. There was a really cool like full fringe, like white fringe short sleeve, like leather dress at an estate sale. It was a size small.
Of course it was. I couldn't have fit in it either, if it makes you feel better.
No, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. There need to be more fringe outfits for folks like us,
Yes.
But yes, so the fringe was a good choice.
Thank you.
So you look positively countrified, and you look cool. And right as you finish, like adjusting the jacket, you sort of get a text. You get a text from Rowan. How would Rowan be in your phone? Like, do you have like fun little names for your contacts, or?
I think Rowan gets the most fun name, but it's still just Rowan with like an emoji of like a clock or something beside of it, something that reminds me of the antique store, so I can associate him better. Nobody gets last names unless it's a strictly business relationship. Like the people I work with at the museum have their last names with all the same emoji after it, so I know they're from work.
Right.
Names are not my strong suit.
There you go. I feel that. I'm good at faces. I'm terrible at names.
Correct.
So I feel that. But yes. So he texts you and he says, "Hey, downstairs whenever you're ready." And his car. It's a beater. It's an old car. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and make the executive decision that it is a 1970s AMC Gremlin.
Wonderful.
Which, if you do not know, those cars are hideous and I love them. And both of my parents, not just one of them, both of my parents have owned a Gremlin in their life.
Phenomenal.
And it's electric green. It's so a lot. It's so much. It's so Gremlin. But yeah, that is outside waiting for you.
I'll grab my bag and go ahead out to the car. And as I get in, I go, oh, back in the Gremlin Mobile again. All right.
You know it. I would never dream of getting rid of this Butte. She's just gorgeous.
And you shouldn't. You should have her forever.
And he, pats the dashboard, and there is actually a little bobblehead plastic Jesus on there. He is not religious at all. It's just for the irony of it.
I love that.
And so he peels out, and I mean he peels out. Top speeds. Exact opposite of Brad in the Uber. He's not putting his blinker on. He's pedal to the metal. I don't think he brakes once. And he's going. And he's doing it.
We running late?
No, I just like driving fast. And he does. And it seems that like every time like you see a police officer, they just don't pull him over.
Fine by me.
Yeah. It seems either he has something in place with the police, or they just don't pull him over. But he drives out a little bit past the city. It's sort of near like around like there's like suburb areas around Dallas outside. And there's like a few spots where they like to meet up and everything. And this time it's in like it's one of the wooded areas around a ranch. And so there's sort of like there's not a bonfire because obviously fire and vampires don't mix very well, but there are a few lighting sources there that it looks almost like one of like the outdoor like not necessarily like raves because there's not like lights and everything like to that measure, but I mean like it looks like a party. There's a lot of people like milling about, and there are a few kindred that there are a few not anarchs in the crowd that you are not expecting to see. There's a few Camarilla folks there, but they very clearly like are there for a good time, not for the scintillating conversation.
Right.
And Rowan kind of parks in a row of cars. There's a few of those like gaudy lifted trucks that are like that have like the LEDs that blast into your eyes so much that you can't see anything ever.
Yeah.
But then there are a few like more understated cars, like a few like of like 2000s and 90s like pickups that like are very clearly like actually used for work. And and a few compacts here and there. But for the most part, there's not a lot of cars out here, but there's a lot of people. But yeah, and as you kind of walk up, you sort of see that like with like all like the lights around, there's a little like wooden stage that's sort of half built up, and you see a man who looks like he might have had some blood that's a little bit spiked because he sounds a little drunk for the most part, this is Wiley Graham. And he is a tall drink of water. He's got, sort of, darker skin. He's got a little bit of scruff. He's got long kind of sandy brown hair. Does a little curl a little bit. It's not like curly, but it does a curl wave, so to speak. Big, beautiful brown eyes. Just a tall drink of water. And yeah, he's wearing some old jeans because you can still see like the little on like the back of every country boy's pocket there's always like the outline of the dip. And he's got one of those. There's no dip in there anymore, but he's got the outline. He did his time, and he's ranting and he's raving and he's talking about like the oppressive nature of the Camarilla and the Tower, and they're trying to put us down and we want to be lifted up. And the Vaqueros, they provide that. Not only freedom from the Tower, but freedom from your curse, your clan's curse. Ooh. Which that does sort of get a few people's attention. Like, people who probably haven't been to a rant before, they kind of, what? Because they didn't know that, And the Vaqueros are pretty tight-lipped, again, about their benefits, so to speak. But yeah, you have free range to roam around the rant. You see a few folks you could probably talk to. You see one person you know, a gangrel in a big leather trench coat and long hair, and you know him to be Tony, and he's sort of talking animatedly to another kindred, which is very rare for gangrel, but not rare for Tony. You see a few other people milling about. You see a few roses here and there, but nobody that you really like know. But yeah. So, what do you do?
I'll start with Tony. Why not?
You start with Tony?
Seems like a good way to ease into the night. I know I won't have to talk a lot, so I'll just kind of pop into the conversation and see where the rest of the night takes me.
As soon as you start walking up, Tony turns to you and he goes, Vic! Really loud. And he runs up to you and he takes you by your shoulders and he kind of shakes you a little bit, but it's like affectionate, you know, and he's like, how the hell have you been, kiddo?
Oh, Tony, I've been fine. I've just been filling my orders, doing my shifts at the museum, all that jazz. I don't leave the house much except to deliver, but you know.
Well, I'm glad you came out tonight. Look at you, you little socialite. Be careful, people might think you're a Toreador.
I know, right? I might actually live up to my claim for once.
Exactly.
Rowan dragged me along. He caught me on the way back from a delivery tonight and asked if I'd like to be the +1. So I figured the IDs can wait one more night. They're sitting on my bench, and maybe I'll go talk to some people.
Ooh, you truly are doing some work, because let me tell you, I've needed a few fake IDs in my time. You know, the whole dying and then my kid.
Yeah.
You know, the whole, you know, if you live long enough, you die 6 or 7 times.
Well, I've got IDs for every one of them. I've made myself at least 2.
Wow, there you go. What was the previous name you had?
I used to be a Delilah, but
oh, that's a good Southern name.
Thank you.
Good Southern name. Yeah. Well, you'll be happy to know that I was the +1 of one Vaquero themselves, a Miss Jessamine Honeycutt, and I would like to say I'm honored by it. I think she's sweet on me, but you know me, I don't tie myself down to any dog.
You know, eventually, Tony, all of us could get through a little bit better if we had a partner of sorts. I'm not saying a romantic partner. I wouldn't ever suggest that Tony himself would, you know, fall in love with someone. But I am saying that sometimes it's nice to have a companion.
Oh yeah, I reckon. You know me though. I got bad luck. You know my place burned down.
When did that happen?
Oh, just recently. Thankfully, I wasn't there. You know, for half a minute, I thought it was you that did it because of the whole me coming on to you thing. And you
Tony, but
which I wouldn't have blamed you if you did.
All is forgiven, and also on my list of crimes, arson is not one of them.
Well, if you ever get involved in it, it is quite a lucrative business. You know, the insurance fraud business and all that. It's pretty lucrative.
I mean,
I've started a few fires in my time.
And I don't blame you, but I did just bring home a duffel bag and enough blood to last me a couple weeks, so I'm good.
There you go. That's all you can ask for, you know, really.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you'll have everyone becomes like the venture in the end, you know, putting in money into the investment stocks and investing in whatever the kids are into these days, the little battery cigarettes or whatever what are they called?
Oh, a vape.
Vapes. Those. Oh, I can't stand those things.
Not the world for me.
I miss
promise.
a good tobacco cigarette. Okay.
I can't.
Cigarettes never hurt anybody. Okay.
They haven't hurt any of us, I suppose. Tobacco's not really my thing. Oh well, then they haven't hurt anybody I know.
There was a feller once that I knew, and he was on the wrong end of an ash flick.
Yeah, no, that would do it.
Like a Roman candle.
Oh no.
He's all right,
just
though.
stealth. Okay, well that's good. I was gonna say I should probably stay away from those then, but no, I'm not much of a one for any of that anyway.
Yeah, it's mostly for the habit, really. So if you didn't
Mm.
have it when you were mortal, you know, the habit of smoking just doesn't
Yep.
really stick around, so to speak. But
Yeah, no, not when I had it was more of a one of those like fun time treat sort of people.
yeah,
If you catch my drift, back when I was alive.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. And
Yeah.
whatnot. Mallory, go ahead and give me a wits plus awareness roll.
Sure.
Isn't that always fun to get that one in the middle of a conversation? Go ahead and give me a wits
Absolutely.
awareness.
I am so excited about it. Don't you even know?
The equivalent
where's
of
my?
a,
I was
can
about to say
get a
I
perception
have
roll.
good awareness. I swear I do, and I couldn't
Yeah.
find it, but I do. It's fine.
You have 6. You
I do. I have
which is pretty good.
6.
Which I know that Zach helped you with your character sheet, and I'm sure he was like, get awareness. 'cause
Yes.
you're gonna want it.
That is exactly what he said to me, actually.
Because that's the role.
All right, 3 successes.
Ooh, just slid in. I have here wits awareness difficulty 3. So you
Whew.
barely passed. So I'm gonna
take
say that with just like, with no margin of success, you've passed, but you haven't exceeded that. I'm gonna say that like while you're talking to Tony, like the area is crowded. Like there's a bunch of people here, but you feel specifically like that feeling that you get when you're like, who's looking at me? You sort of feel like there's eyes on you that aren't Tony's, that you can't see.
I guess I'll
And
look for
Tony is still
Rowan
chatting.
first and just make sure it's not Rowan trying to get my attention or something.
Rowan is actually talking to a woman that you know is the one who brought Tony with her.
Oh,
Jessica.
okay, Jessamine. Okay, yeah, then cool.
Yeah. And they're chatting it up, and again, you know that he's wanted by the Vaqueros.
Yeah.
So like, that's what he's doing. He's
Yeah.
getting
He's
basically like roped in, but
Tony,
he's still holding out.
hey
Oh,
Tony,
yeah,
be a dear. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Keep on the conversation, but take a look around and see if you can see anybody watching me, will you?
Oh, sure. Yeah. You got it. Okay. And he kind of clears his throat, and he's not too unsubtle with it.
Of course, he's
But
not.
because he likes you, he is going to rouse and not get hungrier. And he actually gets +2. So I'll roll my dice. He got 5 successes, which is pretty good. Well, I'm only playing one character, so that's 7 successes. Tony is taking this to heart, and he is truly, peeling those eyes. And he's sort of like, casually looking around, and he's talking about, you don't even know what he's talking about. He's talking about like he's moving up north. He's got a few other gangrel going on with it. He's gonna ask. He's talking about how he's gonna ask another gangrel to help him out with it. He's a ranch hand and he knows how to do this kind of stuff and all that good stuff. And his eyes sort of lock on like past one of the trees behind you. And he goes, "My 1 o'clock. There's
Got it.
someone eyeing you from the woods. I can't tell who they are from here. They got their eyes on you."
Got it. Thank you, Tony. I felt like somebody was maybe watching out for me, but I just could not figure out from where.
Yeah, and there's not enough people here to like rule out anybody based on who's not around, but now that I think about it, I don't see Lupe around here, but that can't be her. She wouldn't be skulking. She's another Vaquero, by the way. She's another. Maybe she went to go get blood or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. But I don't know why anybody'd be watching you. You've been doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing.
Every damn day, but that's not really the point of me being here now, is it?
No, I reckon not.
I suppose I'll take a lap and go see what my new friend wants. If you wouldn't mind excusing me for a minute, and if you don't see me come back right away, just maybe see if you and Rowan can come find me.
Give a hoot and a holler. You got it. All right. Well, I mean, I'll keep my eyes, keep them peeled. But be safe. And here, and he pulls out a hunting knife. And he hands it to you. Like he gives you the
hilt.
The hilt.
Yeah.
He's holding the blade.
Got it.
So he hands that to you, and he goes, "Keep it tucked away, just in case."
Yeah.
And you have a fair amount of dexterity. You don't have anything in melee, but you have a fair amount of dexterity. You can wield it. You can stick them with the pointy end, so to speak, whoever they are.
Sweet.
You know that won't kill a kindred, but it will stop them because it hurts. You know, getting stabbed in any capacity does hurt. So I've heard, and I do so I have been stabbed in a micro way many times.
That's fair.
I refuse to use a thimble.
Pause right here. You started to pop again.
No. Okay.
I know. And now we're back to normal.
Yay!
Editing Mallorie, put it right here. Okay, cool.
Thank you, editing Mallorie. Okay. Okay, so yes, you begin to creep your way. How are you approaching this? Because you know what tree that Tony pointed you down to.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just gonna do it as casually as I can. I don't think the play is to try to like sneak away because they're already watching me. So, and if their look is on me specifically, there's no point in me trying to get lost in a crowd, go all the way around, lose them, all these things. I don't think that'll happen, if I'm being honest. So I think I would rather just look like I'm taking a stroll towards the woods and go confront directly.
Okay. So as you begin to make your way around, you spot the person that's there. Like you see that they are, very clearly a woman. As you get closer, you do recognize them. It is Lupe, and she is a Hispanic woman, and she is really long, like pin straight black hair, and she's done up her makeup a little bit. She's got a nice smoky eye going and like some big thick eyeliner. It looks on some people it looks bad, but on her it looks really good. As she notes that you are approaching, and she sort of like, as you do, sort of turns and sinks back a little bit further into like the shadowy parts of the forest, and she goes, "Good catch."
Well, not very often I let people get their eyes on me, so gotta be a bit careful about it.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Not much for the social parts of this job.
Oh, I don't mind a bit. I'm not really one to be out of my house much either, which surprises a lot of people, but no.
No, I was just admiring your jacket. I like the tassels on it.
Thanks.
So
Picked it
that's
up a while ago.
Creeping. Sorry, I'm not too social.
You're more than fine, Lupe. No worries about it at all.
Oh yeah. Well, some people tend to get a bit freaked out whenever I'm watching them and staring at them. It comes with the territory of past lives and everything.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't bother me a bit. I've seen enough that I know that sometimes you just don't want to be in the middle of all of it.
Oh yeah. I'm used to having the ability to be quiet too, but invisible. But that sort of went away.
So I've heard.
So from what you do know about the Vaqueros, you know that any and all clan types are welcome. And you have seen Nosferatu go in and come out looking less ugly. So like there's something that happens. There's something that goes on with the vaqueros that changes them. And you know that Lupe was Abana Hakim when she went to the vaqueros. So the fact that she's saying that she used to be silent is a little bit of a significant kind of thing, that like she used to be able to do this and now she can't. But as she says that to you, give me another wits awareness roll.
Sure. I'm sure this will be just fine.
And it's funny that we cut when we did.
3 successes again.
3 successes. You have 1 margin of success this time. It is a lower difficulty.
Cool.
You know what's going to happen before it happens, and you're confused as to why it's happening. You hear it before you see it, but you don't have time to stop it. You hear rope kind of sliding off of rope, and you hear a grunt of exertion, and you feel a rope come around your body, tighten, and Lupe sort of shrugs at you and slams a stake into your heart, and you are rendered still and immovable.
Fuck.
A bag is placed over your head, and you are dragged through what you can assume is the woods. However, when the bag is placed over your head, you lose all vision, you lose all sound, you can hear nothing and see nothing. But you can feel as the grass is sort of like sliding across your sort of literally lifeless hand. You are thrown into a trunk next to another body, and your hand sort of slaps against theirs, and you are driven to an unknown location. And that is where we will end our story this evening.
Phenomenal.
Ooh. Okay, so, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Who knows?
Who does?
See, that's why, because like when there were multiple people in front of you, I was like, okay, you're gonna know how these end.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to pretend to be shocked, which you did. But you
I'm
didn't
not gonna
know
lie to
because
you.
there was-
I was about to say, because then no one went in front of me because we had to reschedule everything. So then I ended up
actually
going
went
in the
through.
front half of the recordings. For those, if editing Mallorie keeps this in, for those that are watching, Zach is the only one that's recorded so far, and I actually wasn't listening to all of Zach's. I was like there if you all needed it, but I wasn't
Yeah.
actively listening to it because I had like stuff to get ready for
Oh, yeah.
the rest of the recordings in the background. So I was like getting all of that done, and then you all were done all of a sudden. I was like, okay, cool. So I only heard part of Zach's, and I've not edited it yet as of us recording this, so I could be surprised for mine, and like we could just do this genuinely. So this is very exciting and a lot of fun. And I'm
Yeah.
so ready.
I'm very excited. Which you got a little bit more of a hint because you did so good on your wits awareness, and you had like, I wasn't expecting you to ask Tony to have it work out, which I was like, that's a good idea. So I love it when players like shock me because I'm like,
Hey,
that's a good idea.
If he was
So,
into
hey,
me at one point, that's a free favor at some point. If
now
you were into me, you know that I might ask you for a favor. Because who knows, maybe me and Tony work down the line. I don't know. We didn't work
who
before, but
knows?
I've been in a weird part. I've been in a weird place. Maybe eventually me and Tony work out. I don't know.
Maybe once Tony gets
Could
that
happen.
fancy New Haven up north.
Yeah, we'll see.
Who knows?
Hello everyone, my name is Cress, also known as Cressalia.mp4. I am a cosplayer, editor, I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades, and this is my second ever AP, so I'm very excited to be here, and thanks for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I am
love
too.
introducing people to Vampire the Masquerade. So, in
I was told
preparation for this
vampires,
character-
and I went, sorry?
Yes, I did attempt to dress like a little bit of a roadie,
I love
for
it.
Our musician.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna jump right into it.
Wonderful.
There have been 3 other preludes before this. This is our 4th
Mhm.
and final. Saving the best for last, so they say.
Oh, okay.
And so I will go ahead and start.
Mhm.
and I'll read my little. I write a little bit of prose before just to kind of.
Ooh, I love good prose. I'm a writer. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's fun. Okay, so have you bought your tickets yet? Two college-age women sit in their last class of the day, huddled together as the professor ahead lectures. Yeah, I bought them last month. The two girls smile as the lecture ends and they leap out of their seats to hurry for their dorm room. The sun descends as they layer on swipe after swipe of eyeliner and eyeshadow. Every black thing they own is thrown over short skirts and Doc Martens. Music blares through shitty speakers, and girlhood is once again achieved. The drive in their Uber is short, and their Uber driver, a man named Brad, or was it Chad, makes sure they reach the Twisted Lemon safely. The Twisted Lemon is a venue in Dallas, right across from one of the nicer dive restaurants, a greasy fast food spot where you can catch some of the headliners if you're lucky, or if you go in early or late enough. Tonight, there's no such luck, though they see a few members of the band. Void expands. But earlier that evening, as the sun sank lower and lower, Void Expanse's moneymaker wakes, eyes popping open. Callie, you have a gig, and you're gonna kill it. So, tell me about the amazing, the stunning, the popular, the well-loved, the famous Calliope West.
Callie is someone when you see them, you immediately go to stare at them. They literally are the type of person that draws everyone in with their charisma, their looks, just everything about them exudes power and sensuality. She's not super tall, which is kind of surprising. People really think that she's taller. They think she's taller when they see her, but actually she's quite short. But she has this amazing amount of stage presence, and anytime she enters a room, you know who she is, and you know she's there. Or if you don't know her, you want to get to know her.
I like her. Now, when she wakes up, how does she do it? Does she wake up slowly, or is she just like, so whenever vampires in the world of darkness go to sleep, it's called day sleep, and they sleep during the day, wake up during the night, cause havoc, etc. So for the daytime, you are effectively dead, stone cold, unmoving, dead. So how do you think Callie wakes up? Is it like a sudden start? Is it like a, kind of easy morning? What pulls her from sleep?
Callie's definitely a slow riser. She's kind of the type to be like, I have to be up again. Are you kidding me? But I guess I have a show tonight, so might as well. So she'll roll out of bed. She's kind of, stretching a little bit, just really kind of just trying to come to her senses and all that. And then she's very aware of what she has going on, and she's kind of like, okay, what am I doing today again? Because she's really just focused on her performances, and that's truly what she loves, because she loves the attention. So she's like, it's fine, I'll figure it out. Even though I'm here, I'll get it.
I love it. I love it. All right. So now that you've woken up and now that you're, ready for it, tell me a little bit about, actually, I wrote it in my notes. It is physically in my notes, and I still almost forgot it. Give me a rouse check, which means you'll roll one of your dice. You can roll a non-hunger dice or a hunger dice, depending upon whatever you choose. You can roll one dice. If you get the Ankh of any kind, whether it has the little fun fangs or not, you succeed. And you don't get hungrier. If you roll a blank or a skull, you fail.
Got it. So for that, if it's a hunger dice, what I just said, if I don't want to use a hunger dice, but I just set the hunger to 0?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's one
For
on.
reference, Cress is using an online dice roller.
Yes. I do not have enough dice, I fear. I'm still too much of a newbie.
So you did get an Ankh, you said?
Yes.
Sweet, cool. You don't get hungrier. Woo!
Yay!
So you will not update your hunger on your sheet. You will stay at 1, which means in any dice pool that you make, you will have at least 1 red dice. So now that we've done the rouse check, and I didn't actually forget it, I caught myself before I forgot it. Tell me a little bit about Void Expanse. What kind of music is it? Is it like a band and you're just like the more popular member, or are you like a front runner? What's the business on?
Callie is definitely the front runner. She's the lead singer. She's just a leader in general. And the best way I can describe it is like rock, all pop punk almost. Like I feel like the best the song that I love to attach to, or the one that really inspired this, was the cover that Brie Larson did of Black Sheep. That was in the Scott Pilgrim movie. Yeah,
I was listening to that while I was writing this.
Yes, that's literally the entire like inspiration for her, because I love that song. Oh my god, I'm obsessed.
So good.
But so she really is. It's like that like grungy punk type of music, that like the type that makes you kind of want like that. But it also is so captivating because her voice is just so. It's again, it lures you in, and her stage presence and charisma really just like keeps you there. And so that,
I love it.
That's Void Expanse.
I like it. We love Void Expanse. I would actually buy their CDs.
I definitely would.
Like I would go out and buy a physical CD. I wouldn't even just stream it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you have you are a musician, and for hardcore World of Darkness people, you will know that the La Sombra, which is the clan that Cress is playing and Callie is, usually cannot do electronics. That is usually like their thing. They usually have people who do that for them. And
Yeah,
being a rock star has a lot of electronic and stuff with it. So we have chosen the variant Bane for Callie, which just means that anytime you have to do a remorse check if you stain your humanity, which that we'll get more into that probably during the game more than the prelude. You will have less dice to work with.
Got it.
That's good. You want to be a cool Callus La Sombra. Those are the best ones. Okay, so how are we getting ready? What are we wearing? What's the fit?
So she loves black, she loves red, she loves silver. She is the epitome of maximalism. Like
Love.
I can see her get all of her jacket studded, her boots are studded, her skirt is studded, everything is just dripping with like some sort of motif that like kind of that lends just adds more to the outfit. She's not the plain type of person. Like no, she's definitely going to be maximalist, and you see her and you know that she's a main character. You know that she's a lead of something. And she always loves a tight-fitting top, a cute little skirt, maybe some cargo. Depends on her mood, but she is a fashion girly at the end of the day, and she will be using that to her advantage. So.
Yes. Now you said that, and I can't remember. You said this in your intro that Callie is short. Is she wearing those big?
Yeah, she's wearing those big stompers. Demonias.
Demonias, yeah. Like she's wearing the big ass demonias.
Yep,
Okay.
giant demonias.
I have a perfect visual of her in my head.
Okay,
so as you're getting ready, you're applying like your last little bits of makeup. You hear a someone's knocking on the door. Callie, and you recognize it as the voice of Lucy. Are you ready yet? Come on, car's outside.
Can you give me like another second, please? I'm trying to finish my makeup.
Okay, fine. Can you at least like let me in? I'm holding like a bunch of like drinks and I need to sit them down.
Fine. She goes to open the door.
As you open the door, you see Lucille. Her name is Lucille LeBeau, and she is a very and I hope you're okay that I've ran with it. I didn't get much of a description in so I've run with what she looks like. She is a very tall, very slim, very elegant looking Black woman, and she has sort of like blondish natural hair. It's been dyed, and she has it up in like a little bun. And she is wearing a band t-shirt that says Void Expanse and some straight leg black jeans and some black cowboy boots.
I love her.
She is adorable and I love her to death. And she is holding like 3 drinks. You can see that she has 1 drink from like a little local coffee shop. She has a water bottle. It is not in a Walla. It's a Stanley because she was a Stanley girl before they were cool.
I'm a Walla girly, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, you know, she's had this thing forever.
So I guess I can let it slide.
It's got like 30 stickers on it. Most of them are Void Expanse, you know, and she's holding that thing and gripping the coffee. And then she's got another drink which is a Sonic drink. Which I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm from the South. Any Southern person will have a Sonic drink on them at any point in their life.
Yes.
It will be a Route 44, which is what this is, which is the big ass.
Mm-hmm.
It will be easy ice because too much ice is, we want more drink than we want ice. And it will have a real cherry in it. That is not the fast and hard rules. Those are mine. Those are my rules, okay?
And I love those rules.
But yeah, so that's what Lucille has my order. She has a Diet Dr. Pepper with diet cherry syrup and a real cherry inside of it. Easy ice. And she paid a little over $2 for it because she has the app and she gets half off. Not sponsored.
Exactly.
So she has all 3 of her drinks and she comes in and she just heaps them onto your kitchen table and she's like, oh my gosh, you would not believe that's the dude who brought my order at Sonic was so slow. I swear. I even did the keep the change thing and it was over 50 cents on the change, which that's usually I never I never.
And he still took forever.
And he took forever, and I'm like, come
on!
My God. I miss when the Sonic people had they were on the little roller skates. I miss that.
I miss that too. Lost the charm, you know.
Yeah, she looks off kind of wistfully into the distance. She's like, I miss that. She just keeps repeating that to herself. So, but she, she sits it down and then she hops up in one of. I imagine the kitchen having a little island area where you can kind of sit and eat. You don't eat, but the illusion of eating. And she sort of sets everything down. She goes to your refrigerator and she goes, you never have anything to eat here.
Listen, Rockstar has to maintain her figure somehow.
Okay, well, you cannot be maintaining it by eating out all the time because if you don't have anything in here, you've got to be doing that. So
okay, but
you need to stop eating out all the time. That's what you're doing.
But it's fun. It's good. I don't know why you're always so judgy about me.
Your sodium. Think about your sodium.
I think my sodium's fine. My doctor says I'm fine.
Okay. Don't say I didn't try to warn you.
You can try and warn me. Doesn't mean I'm gonna listen.
As your most favorite ever assistant. I'm your only assistant, but that makes me your favorite. So
jury's still out.
Okay, well, I'll remember that the next time that you have a flyaway in your face for a photo shoot.
Oh. Yeah, but I always can count on you, can't I?
Yes, you can. Oh, by the way, Leon called you or tried to call you. I screened that. He needs to talk to you. He says it's not music stuff, so he can't talk to me about it.
Oh. I'll give him a call after the show or whenever.
He is gonna be at the show, so
you'll
probably just see him there, or you can give him a call. It's up to you. Honestly, I actually don't get paid enough to deal with him. I get paid enough to deal with you, which is my job. I don't get paid enough to deal with him.
Yeah, I don't think either of us get paid enough to deal with him.
Some people like Paul Dark and scary. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah,
Gives me the creeps, and my creep radar. No offense to Leon, creep radar goes off pretty hard on him.
He's difficult, but
that's a word. That's a word. It's a word that you could use. But go get ready, finish up. I'm going to send out a post on Blue Sky about concert. There's still a few tickets that can sell, but it's
wait, we're not sold out?
We say that we're sold out, but there are a few exceptions. But we're pretty much sold out.
Okay.
We can cram a few more people into the pit.
It's standing room, it works.
Yeah. But all of the tables are full up. There's tables in there. And the bar. The bar you're gonna have to weasel your way in because it's
well, I won't have to.
Well, you won't have to. I will though, and that's gonna suck because I would love a margarita right now, along with my 3 other drinks. She glances over at them. They're mostly all of them are at least more than halfway full. She is in the early stages of her drink goblin phase.
Do you really need another one?
You never underestimate the power of a little drink. And she just kind of smiles. And she goes, and then
I
goes
guess.
to sit down, and she starts scrolling on her phone, and you can see that she's putting pictures and everything in and doing all kinds of fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you finish getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
Put the final touches on it, and you and Lucy hop into her car. It's not like a bad car. It's not like a super old car. It's like maybe like a 2019, 2020 car.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little compact. It's, she keeps good care of it. Like, it's clean on the inside, and like it actually looks like it just got detailed pretty recently. So like, she keeps
Good
it
on
pretty
her.
clean. If you look,
It gets us somewhere. That's what
yeah,
matters.
it would be messy, but if you look in her car is her sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
She's
so real for that.
Yeah, she has one of those little like cup holder trash cans that like you put in your cup
Mm-hmm.
holder and you can put your trash in, and that thing is chock full. It's about to pop off, but it's clean. So she drives. She follows the rules of the road, so to speak. She drives very slowly and very carefully, which is not how other Dallas drivers drive. She's
So
the
what? So I've
exception,
heard.
and I love her for that, because I wish more people in Dallas drove like they cared about their life.
It's the same in
when
Florida.
I went to visit to research for this show, they were driving like they didn't care.
Yeah, got a
And
lot
I
of that.
think they did. So, but she's taking good care of you. She's getting you there. And
Mhm.
she pulls up to the backside of the Twisted Lemon. And the Twisted Lemon is really cool. The way I have it pictured, it's sort of like House of Blues-esque in the
Mhm.
sense that like it's like a cool spot, and not like a
Yeah.
real like crazy big concert venue. It's
Mhm.
like a cool, if you're there, you're cool kind of venue. It
Mhm.
has like this big neon sign, and it's got like a little lemon that looks like it's a twist, and it says
Oh, that's
Twisted
cute.
Lemon, and
Mhm.
bright yellow neon, and it looks super cool. And the Twisted Lemon is actually in this really sick like green, a little bit more green, kind of like this color. Well, you can't see it. This color green.
Ooh.
So there's my backstage lighting.
Listen, if it works, it works.
Yeah, my face is somewhat lit, other than this hat, which the Paramount Theater
Big light.
is a theater in Austin, Texas that I've been to.
Ooh.
I figured that was apropos. So you walk into the backstage
Mhm.
area of the Twisted Lemon, and a few of your bandmates are back there, and there's got all of your necessaries. The drummer though is still over at the little dive restaurant over there. He's finishing up his burger, they say, and that he'll be there in a bit. Which he needs to be back, because he does have a cool 5-minute drum solo that he's planning on.
Yeah, and he's got to do it. If we're
He's
all here
locked in.
working hard, he has to do it too. So
He's locked in. He's
Yeah.
ready. He's getting into the zone.
that burger's really
so-
helping.
Oh yeah, it's the grease is actually it's
Priming.
it's coating the inside of his mouth, and that is fueling his brain, which is
Yes.
the
Mhm.
drum solo, which is going to be super cool, and everyone's going to love it.
Yeah.
If I roll well tonight, they will. Or if they don't love it, who knows?
We shall see.
We shall
We'll see what the dice say.
These ones like me. These ones like me. It's
Mhm.
my other ones back here that don't like me.
Mm.
But yes, so you get a fun, special little dressing room. And it's like a dressing room in the sense that like you can like zhuzh up in there. It's not really that great
Mhm.
for like actually like putting on all of the full
Mhm.
beat.
Just a little
once you
touch
get
up
in
here and there.
Yeah, all of your accessories are there. Like anything you want to add to your outfit, you can.
Mhm.
But sitting in your dressing room is a very tall, taller than Lucy. If you know Lee Pace, the actor Lee Pace, he's 6'5". That's about how tall
Yes.
Leon is. He is
Which is really
massively-
funny because Callie's 5'4".
Hello.
That's
Hello,
very
little
common
one.
for me, I fear, as a short person.
Oh yeah. Greetings down there.
Hello.
Oblivion. Greetings. That's actually what Dragon Age, but whatever. We'll talk about that later. But you see a man in a suit. He's very tall. He has his dark hair. It's got a few salt and peppers kind of going through it, sort of coiffed back. And you know this to be Leon Harper, your sire. And he's also your manager, so very convenient. He is a very stoic man. Most of the time in the music business, it's the Daughters of Cacophony, it's the Toreadors, it's the, more like what you would consider social, like clans and vampires. So the fact that he's in the music business and has made it this far is a test to his like abilities. And one thing about Clan La Sombra is that they are normally, before V5, which is this current timeline, they were part of something called the Sabbat. Leon was never a part of that. He was part of a group of La Sombra that just never joined the Sabbat. He never signed up for that. He didn't subscribe to the whole thing.
He's like, not my thing.
He's like, no, I'm gonna go secular. The exact opposite of La Sombra. So he went into the music business and he found you and embraced you, and thus you have never had to deal with the cruelties of the Sabbat, which he frequently tells you all of the horror stories about them. And he's like, "You're welcome, by the way."
And
But,
she's like,
yeah, he's a little overbearing, as most sires are. Think of him sort of like your actual parent. But that's the cool thing about vampire is that it's a really cool look at like being a single parent. you're a vampire, and now all of a sudden you have this,
and now you have a child,
with an ego at the end, so it's special.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I'm excited to explore their dynamic.
But you can tell that out of like all of the like kindred like sire-childer relationships, you can see that he does actually really have like a genuine care for you, which is not usual for most La Sombra. But he stands when he greets you. It's an intimidation tactic from his old days. He can't help it. And he calls you by your full name. Calliope, sit down.
Leon, you're here.
You were so close to doing an Ashley Graham. Leon! Which I love. But so he goes, "Yep, that's me. You didn't call me back."
I got busy in the car.
Busy, right. Mm-hmm. You used that excuse last time too, right?
I'm a really busy person, Leon. I don't know why you're like getting on me about this. You're literally here. I mean, Lucy said you'd be here, so I kind of figured like I'd just see you, but I don't know.
Why is Lucy screening your calls from me again?
I was busy.
There you go. That's expected. I should have known. I should have guessed.
You love me.
Anyway, what I had to talk to you about was not music focused. It's kindred focused.
I have a show in like 10 minutes.
Yes, you do. But this is kind of important.
Okay.
I have been hearing some rumblings from Cams over in Fort Worth, which I know, we don't normally talk to them, but I've been hearing some rumbling from my contacts there in the biz, and it's looking bleak. We're gonna have to move your haven at some point. There's even been a few people in the city in Dallas that have been hit.
I just put up new curtains. Literally the other day.
That we can keep the haven. I can pay for that. I can pay for the rent and everything on that. We just have to get you out of there for a little bit until the heat dies down, because I don't know who's doing it, but people are setting havens on fire, like burning, and that
kills bad.
Us. That kills us pretty good. Yeah.
Oh.
A few cams have already died, and I know that one of the gangrel or whatever told me something. His haven got burned down. He was not there, thank goodness, whenever it was burned down, but I mean, what if he had been? What if you're in your haven and you're in your day sleep and somebody decides to torch your apartment building? I don't
have to
want.
move?
Yeah, you're gonna have to move, and you're gonna have to pretend that you're still living there. And I don't want you to be in danger, and so I'm making the executive decision as your sire and as your manager that you need to get the fuck out of there.
Where am I gonna
I'll help
go? I can't just like up and go somewhere. Like where do you expect me to up? I have friends. Like you expect me
can
to uproot
keep
my
those
whole life. Like where's Lucy gonna go? I mean, like wait. You just expect me to?
You can stay in Dallas. You can stay in Dallas. Just need you out of that apartment. I've got, a few like rent houses that I have, of course as a landlord. I have a few rent houses that I have, that you can stay in for a while. You can come stay with me in my haven. It's big enough, trust me, that we'll never see each other if you don't want to. But gotta get out. And I mean, like, I'm going to send movers to your house while we are at this concert.
Wait, you sent them already?
Yes, and I do have a key to your apartment. By the way, wanted to clue you in on that now.
Did I hide? Yep, we're good. Yeah, that's fine.
Not going to question that, and I'm going to trust that the movers will just carry big furniture out, and hopefully they'll have it. It'll be good. Perfect. Awesome. Wonderful.
At least I don't have to move it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to make you move it. That would be
Thank God.
That would be beyond shitty of me.
I won't put
That would
past
be like
you.
me saying that I wouldn't send someone to pick you up at the airport. Like, I'm not going to pick you up at the airport. We're not there yet. But I would send...
I'm sorry, we're not there yet?
You keep telling me that you're busy whenever I try to talk to you.
Yeah, but that doesn't... that's me. I feel like you should put, like, maybe a little more effort in. Just saying. I don't know. Like, you don't visit my haven. Oh, well, it's okay. It's fine, I guess.
I
You
live in
help
a
pay for
big
the movers.
I do. And I pay for your rent, so...
Yeah, that is nice.
Well, go out there, break a leg, kick ass, all those things you kids say.
Will do, boss.
Have fun, make a lot of money.
That's the goal.
That's what we do it for, Some people say it's the artistry. I say I do it for them.
I do it to have fun.
There you go. All right. Well, you're going to do great. I'll be backstage. The after party is pretty immediately after the encore.
Love a party.
Lots of big people there. I'm thinking that we can get another good collab going with some other people in the space. Maybe don't put all the chickens before they hatch, etc.
That's not the
phrase. Whatever.
phrase.
Don't count them. I think we're gonna have a new album by the end of the year.
Oh my god. Yay! That's so exciting.
Don't quote me on that. But I think we're gonna have a new album by the end.
Don't ruin my fun. If it's
Go
gonna
out
happen,
there.
it's always gonna happen.
I believe in you, and I'll have food for you after if you need it. And then he does a little like exaggerated wink, and then he sends you upon your way. And now we get to have our first roll of the night. So you are going out to perform at the Twisted Lemon, and I will need a charisma and performance roll from you.
Okay.
And I will say that this involves both of your specialties, music and rockstar. So you will add 2 dice to your roll
Okay.
for each specialty.
So how does that determine how many? I'm sorry, I have to ask. How many dice do I do? So that's.
You have 4 in charisma,
Mm-hmm.
which means you will have 4 dice,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have 2 in performance.
Mm-hmm.
And
6.
then you have 2 specialties. So
Got
you will have 8 dice.
Got
which means
it.
one of those will be a hunger dice. So you will have
Yes.
7 regular dice and 1 hunger.
Got it.
And then if
I
you
have-
would like, you can rouse the blood, and if your dice roll is not what you want it to be, and you have up to 3 regular black dice available, you can spend a willpower and re-roll those 3 dice. So
Okay. I have 1 onk with stars, 3 onks, and then 3 dots.
Okay. So the 3 dots are failure. So you said you have 1. How many onks altogether?
3 onks and then 1 onk with a star. With stars.
So that's 4 successes.
Yes.
4 successes is pretty good. So as you get out there and as you move out onto the stage, tell me about Callie's stage presence.
So when first you start hearing the instruments start to kick in a little bit as the lights go down, everyone's getting hyped in the audience. You can feel the energy in the room, and you hear Callie start speaking from off stage, and people cheering for her, cheering for Void Expanse. And when the music starts, the lights go up, and suddenly she's on stage, and it's literally like you immediately see her. You see her a mile away. Her stage presence is so captivating, and that's the best way I can put it, just captivating. All eyes are on her. Obviously the band is doing awesome behind her, but the second the lights go on and the spotlight's on her face, you can see her with the brightest grin. But it's like the type of grin where it's like, like I'm just here doing my thing. I'm just here. Look at me. I'm a star. And she is absolutely thriving. You can feel the bass like just reverberating throughout the room, and you can see her like grab the mic and she's singing and dancing and she's interacting with the audience. She knows that people are obsessed with her, and she is leaning into that wholeheartedly.
I love it. Also, note to the editor, we need to put in the Pearl, I'm a star for that.
Literally, that's her. Yeah.
I need it to happen.
Yes. Please.
Even if it's just for me in the privacy of my own home. So I'm gonna roll for our bandmates, and I'm gonna say there's like 3 other bandmates: the drummer, technically there would be the drummer, the lead guitarist, the rhythm guitar, and the bass. So 4 rolls. So the first roll. Okay, I got 4 successes. Second roll, I got 4 successes. That was a critical, so the rhythm guitar is going strong. Okay, bass is not doing too good. I got 1 success, so it's not the worst, but he's lagging a little bit.
Buddy, come on.
The drummer, I'm gonna see if I can
get it.
Willpower and see if I can get a critical.
He got it.
4, 5, 6. 6 successes. That drum solo is the best it has ever been.
It is killer.
He locks in. I figure he has like really long hair, because all drummers have like super long hair.
Yeah.
Sweaty by the time it gets to the drum solo, so like you can see the sweat like coming off.
He's like wearing the cut off shirt where like the sleeves are cut off and like all that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and it says tap out on it. And he's got, for some reason, he's got a sweatband on his wrist and a metal chain on the other one. And so cool. He's got an earring, a stud, and it's cool as hell. His roots are growing in, but it looks cool on him.
Yeah, it works for him and the vibe.
The crowd goes wild. You guys do amazing, even with the bassist kind of slacking.
Even though he's the bassist, it's fine. I guess
he's the bassist. All he has to do is look cool and go.
Exactly.
And everybody loves him. So the concert ends. You do your encore, because of course you're going to do an encore. You guys all walk off. You're like, oh, we're leaving.
Oh no, we're done.
Actually, we haven't played our most popular song, and then encore. You come out. You play the song that everybody like really, really, really wants to hear. You're like top chart, which we'll come up with which one that is by the first episode.
Ooh. Oh my god, I have to write songs.
I know. Yeah, just become a musician casually.
Got it. I will try.
As the encore ends and like the crowd just cheers for you, like they're chanting your name, they are like screaming, hooting and hollering, since we're in the South. You get a bra thrown up there. You're doing great. Hell, you get a jock strap slung up.
Everyone wants Callie.
Gender equality.
No, she wants everyone, and everyone wants her.
Yes, exactly. So everybody just loves it, and it is like, it's being talked about on Blue Sky, on Twitter, because it's not X, it's Twitter.
Thank God.
Hell, even the Facebook is talking about it. the grandmas on Facebook are like, "What's happening? Where is my shrimp Jesus AI?" And it's not there. It's
not
just
there.
Void Expanse.
Exactly.
All hail Void Expanse.
All
The true bane to AI, Void Expanse.
Yeah. Void Expanse is fuck AI. So
Yeah, Void Expanse explicitly says fuck AI.
Yes.
They will never use AI.
Mhm.
So you come off after that, and like, I mean, the adrenaline is just like, you died when you became a vampire.
Mhm.
But, like, right, that feeling right after the show, that like gets you about as close as you can think to like feeling alive again. Like it, like the feeling of like everyone loving you and all this good stuff, and everyone just all eyes on you. Everyone's focused on you, and like so just in love with the music that you're making, the statements that you're giving with your music. Like that's like peak for you. That's the top. Like it feels. I cannot explain to you how like just
like that's what she's chasing, the like euphoria of like the attention, the energy of the room, like everything just kind of combining and making her feel so just on top of the world.
Oh yeah. And like, I mean, it's great. Leon is just like clapping as soon as you come off, you know, he gives you a clap on the shoulders like, that was awesome.
I know.
Lucy is like starstruck. Her eyes are like big and wide. She's like,
how'd I do?
You did amazing. Oh my god.
We killed it.
It's like the best performance y'all have ever had. Truly, like I'm just grateful I was here to see it.
Yeah, I think that's been my favorite performance I think I've ever done. Like
I know, like I mean like oh my god, like it literally, like this is the best it could be. Like that's like
I think I could do more, but you know.
Well, you know, we add pyrotechnics to the show and we'll talk, but
pyrotechnics, you say?
That was amazing. Really cool. Just really great. And all of the band members are like, you know, coming into they're all like basically carrying the drummer with how like he did that drum solo too. They're like, that was awesome, dude. You know, and it's just an overall good feeling. And you're pretty much moved directly into towards the after party. But you know, Leon kind of pulls you aside and says, hey, you did a great job. Go freshen up in the dressing room, and you can, you know, once you're ready, you come out, you come to the party. It'll be great. We're going over it. And he mentions like something that's like a block away. It's not a far walk or anything like that. He's like, we're all going to be there. We'll see you in a bit. Have fun. You know, like, again, take a little minute for yourself. You've earned it, kind of thing. And so you walk back to the dressing room, and what do you do in that moment of reflection that you have?
She's definitely still running off of that adrenaline high, like, oh, look what I just did. I did so good. And she's just like, she's kind of trying to come down and like, you know, just like still like sitting in that feeling and like reflecting on that moment on stage. I know that she hit like such a good note. Like she hit such a good belt, and she's just like, I killed that. And she's just so happy with herself, and she's proud, and she like you said, it's the closest she's had to feeling alive, like which she hasn't felt, you know, since she died. But like that was, she loves that feeling. She's like, honestly, I wouldn't say like fully addicted, but she is almost addicted to that feeling of like the fame, the attention, the like stage. She's so in love with that, and the feeling of being admired, and she's just loving that feeling, like sitting in it, and just still like, she's like skipping to her room. She's like vibing with herself. She's like humming her little song, you know, and she makes her way back to the dressing room.
All right. So once you're in the dressing room, you're allowed a little bit of moment of quiet, but then you hear a soft knock at the door. It doesn't sound like Lucy's. It doesn't really sound like Leon's, but it's a knock. You assume it might be someone from the venue or something like that.
Hello?
And it's quiet. It's just another knock.
Do you need something?
Miss West?
Yes?
Can I come in real quick?
Who are you? Do you talk to my manager? I'm sorry, I don't really do fan meets or anything like that.
No, I'm with the event. I'm with the event space.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here, let me come to you. So she goes to the door and she kind of opens it and like peeks through, like, hello.
As you open the door, you are met with a face that you are unfamiliar with.
Hi.
They smile, and you see two very pointed fangs right here. And as this person smiles at you, you hear a window open from behind. And before you can turn to look at it, you feel rope around your middle as you are tugged back. And the man that's smiling at you takes you by the back of your shoulder and pops a stake into your heart from behind. And you are frozen in place, unable to move. You are taken from the dressing room. A bag is placed over your head. And as soon as that bag hits your shoulders, you are engulfed in silence. You can hear nothing. You can see nothing. You have no experience other than the feelings that you're feeling with your skin. It's the only sense that you really have. And you feel yourself being dragged across the beer-soaked carpet of the Twisted Lemon out the back.
Rude.
And you are
Just saying.
thrown into the back of a van, or what you assume is a van, next to 3 other bodies. And that is where we end our session this evening. Thank you so much to everybody for watching. This has been the final prelude for Dallas by Night. Thank you so much again to Rediscovery RPG for producing this. Thank you to Mallorie. We love you, Mallorie.
I love you, Mallorie.
Once again, I am Madison. You can find my socials below on Blue Sky as Bethany Esda with a C instead of an A in Bethany. If you liked this and you want to find out what happened to our lovely little kindred, the first live is on Friday, April 10th on Twitch, and we will see you there. Bye.
Bye. My camera went out in the last.
Yeah, it was...
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I should jump out and jump back in, or like, I don't. Okay. Hi everyone, I have been Chris or Cressalia.mp4. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm very excited for this campaign, and I'm so stoked to be playing a vampire finally. As I said before, I'm a cosplayer, I am an editor, I am, again, a jack of all trades. I do everything now, apparently. I might be on a stream tomorrow. I'm in actual plays now. I'm here for a good time. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as Cressalia.mp4. Yes, like the Pokemon. I love Pokemon, in case you could tell. And there I do a lot, like I said, I do a lot of cosplays. I do some editing things. And yeah, I just finished the biggest build ever that I've done. Galacta from Marvel Rivals. I just came back from a really big convention, MegaCon, and I had a wonderful time, and I have so much cool content from that. So yeah, stay tuned, and thank you for having me.
Yay!
Yay!